Welcome back to Pete and Jeremy's D&D Time. This is game 3 this evening, a legendary adventure, where our characters have opted to explore the Academy of Light. And so the 4 of you adventurers have come out of this strange sequestered state aboard the adamantine moon base called the Last Hope. You believe yourselves to be some of the last conscious adventurers throughout the lands, a last bastion of hope to drive back the great evils which have taken over the lands of DnDTime below. Today, the 4 of you have decided it would be good to head to the Academy of Light, a place of supreme holiness and divinity down in the lands below, or at least it was before the darkness took over. And so you spoke with Roger, let him know your desire, and, you got ready. Were there any special preparations that the 4 of you have made before embarking on this adventure?
I assume that we would have had time to interrogate Roger.
About what?
I'm sure that he's been keeping up with a few things. I was wondering if he knew anything about the Academy of Light, what had happened to it, etc.
Yeah, you try and ask him about that kind of stuff, and the sad fact about it is he doesn't really know. Roger went down to the lands only a handful of times with his adventuring party when they were still either alive or on the side of good. And none of those adventures did he actually head to the Sacred Vale and the Academy of Light. He went to Sacred Vale once, because that's where he battled one of the warlocks, or he went to go battle one of the warlocks rather. But yeah, he can tell you about the Academy, or about the Sacred Vale itself. It has been transformed into a gray kind of wasteland. All of the color just sapped out of the forest and the trees. It's just a strange gray area that saps your conviction. It makes you kind of feel as neutral and muted as the lands around you. It's a very bizarre place.
So switch on a typical day. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
What about this thing that you said about his adventuring party? What happened to the rest of his party? Are they all dead?
Yeah, so one of them is not dead. One of them betrayed the other 2. It was Roger. It was another female gnome named Lyra, who is dead, and the betrayer named Zahn. And Zahn betrayed them and became the 9th warlock of fashion, the warlock of angst.
Oh, I don't think we knew that before, did we?
Yeah, I think it maybe had been mentioned in passing, but it was not a very a clear thing. But Roger very much does not want to talk much about that because he doesn't know much about it. Besides that, Zahn is probably somewhere in the Shadowfell.
The spelling of Zahn.
Zahn, Z-A-N-N.
Z-A-N-N. I'm going to write that down.
Yep. What do y'all like? I mean, are there any special preparations for this adventure specifically that you guys wanted to do? Or
I'd like to summon Jeremiah the day before so that I have that slot.
That's exactly what I'm going for. All right, so you're going to take your warhorse down in the glass spheres that are used to transport you down to the surface.
Absolutely.
What about the rest of you?
I decided it might be pertinent to check the archives of the Academy of Light and see if there's any information that we can look up for maybe like the other artifacts, or maybe a way we can use them to attack or defeat the other evils.
Okay, you want to research what specifically again?
Just to see if there's anything in the Academy's library, because it's a big academy. It's been around for a long time. Mm-hmm. It's bound to have something in there about these prime these arch evils that we can maybe find a weakness or
I mean, it certainly
maybe some
may.
information about the
If you once you go there and reclaim the academy, that's something you could potentially do. But you're not at the academy yet. Right? This is like in your preparations the day before or the day of going down. Like for example, Switch wanted to conjure their warhorse companion.
I didn't get really anything else out of the normal preparation.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I figured there might not be anything. I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity if you had any thoughts.
We'll see about doing some scrying on the Academy of Light to see what we might be getting into.
Okay. Yeah. How does that work with this? So the Academy of Light, in its holier days, was definitely a consecrated area, an area that could oftentimes prevent magics like that. However, you're able to definitely get a good look at the building itself. You can see that what was once the many spires of the academy. Many of them have fallen into ruin and disrepair. You can see in places where the forest has kind of overgrown some of the academy grounds. And there's only one major area of the campus that hasn't seemingly fallen into ruin or disrepair. It's a spot where the plants just do not grow within a certain range of it. There's a big old picket fence that's been put up there, which is somewhat out of sorts. And the area is the Paladin's campus. So it's where you'd go to Paladin school, basically. And you can see, there's the picket fence is over by where the barracks was, and then further on in the campus there's the cathedral, which also seems to be in good shape. It's more like a keep almost, because it's part of Paladin stuff, but it's what passes for a cathedral for Paladins. Okay. And those both seem to be at least in pretty good shape. However, the weird state of gray with the color all being sapped from everything, that's still there. It's still gray and colorless. So a lot of those details are kind of hard to discern. Was there anything more specific? Or
I'd also like to, while I'm scrying, look in on Victorious and the principal to see if they're still, or alive.
You're not able to scry upon the headmaster. It fails. Victorious, however, let me see. Oh, what's your saving throw?
Let me pop.
So you know Victorious, right? So he has a -5.
I think it's familiar, so it'd just be +0.
Okay, yeah. Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Okay, so it's just a normal roll on his part, basically.
Yes.
Okay. And your DC is what?
16.
16. You attempt to scry upon Victorious, and unfortunately are rebuffed. It seems then, whether either he's not alive or you're not able to find him or something, you're not really sure. But it is a cloudy vision.
Is it noticeably different than when my scrying on the headmaster failed?
No, it's in the same kind of way.
Okay.
I just, it's when the scrying fails, the scrying fails, I just didn't need to roll anything for the headmaster for other reasons.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any other preparations that you would like?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull out a buddy from my bag of tricks and treats.
Your buddy, Farva?
Nah, it's gonna be randomized.
Oh, you're gonna pull a creature out of the bag of tricks right away and bring it down with you.
Yeah, might as well, get it out of the way.
Yeah, sure.
So let me roll d4.
Mm-hmm. A 4. What does a 4 get you?
I think it's a zombie. Oh, hey, it's it's ultra. Be trying to come up with a name on the spot. It's Sarah from it's Sister Sarah. Comes
Excellent.
Out with it.
So we have Sister Sarah the zombie. Is your zombie kind of like dressed like a nun or something?
Yeah.
All right. So you have Sister Sarah. I will give you access to Sister Sarah.
There, she's got a name, so she's not just like a nameless NPC who's gonna. She is plot significant.
Incredibly.
Does
Why you did?
does Roger have any rocket launchers?
Roger has like no real equipment. I can tell you what you currently have. Let me open up my legend tier notes, and we can figure it out. Where do we put these? You have a flawless diamond worth 300 gold pieces. You have some rare oils and unguents that can be used to cast the reincarnate spell. You have boots of levitation, which no one's currently using, boots of striding and springing, which no one's currently using, and a ring of protection, which no one's currently using.
Could we have like a stock of like holy water? I mean, a couple of us are paladins. We could probably make some too in this game.
Yeah, would you have liked to have made some holy water?
2 of us are paladins and 3 of us are clerics.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you guys all have liked to have created some holy water?
Could
I believe
have a Matryoshka doll.
Sure. Yeah, you could have a Matryoshka doll.
I'll just add that to my inventory.
You just to have?
Yeah.
All right.
Do
That's a
we
little
have,
weird.
Do we have Pocky?
Always wanted them.
Yeah, I think the station can create Pocky.
Oh, do we have like an Xbox One and like a PC?
Probably not.
Well, we have
No.
a Switch.
Yeah, no Xboxes on the station, only handheld consoles. Yeah, you're able to probably each make probably 2 flasks of holy water, assuming you want to have those.
Is
Okay.
the station computer like a sweet PC? Can you run Doom on it?
It can run Crisis even.
Crisis
Wow.
1?
Damn.
Yeah, low settings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the lowest settings. You have to mod it to give it worse. Anyway, yeah.
Does Roger have any of his adventuring gear?
All Roger has is his Bartholomew's Choice.
Oh.
He's a Bartholomew's Choice?
Yep.
I think it's only good for Roger, though.
I think he's got it. Yeah, the important effect of it only matters for him. Yeah, Roger can concentrate on any number of spells using his Bartholomew's Choice.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was his choice. Bartholomew has since toned down the power of Bartholomew's choices, realizing he made the first one way too strong. Unfortunately, yeah, that's all Roger. Roger needs some more magic items, guys. You guys should go get Roger some magic items.
How about
there's a couple items just lying around.
Does he want some boots or a ring?
Yeah, if he ever needs to go out and fight, he will absolutely use those.
Can he be attuned to multiple items at once, or
He can attune to up to 3 items.
up to 3?
Yeah.
Well,
Same as you
there's
do.
3 attunement items in the legend gear. Wow.
Well, here's
Well, he's
the
already
thing,
tuned to
though.
one.
Boots.
Two of them are boots, so
Well,
we should.
then he can have his
One
As
on
a
each foot.
gnome,
boots in
as a gnome, he has 25 movement speed, so we should give him the boots of striding and springing.
Yeah, Roger will put on the boots of striding and springing if you tell him to.
But
Yeah,
his
great.
arm
Thanks.
is also very
Wow.
short.
Thanks.
taking Roger.
I tell him to
Incredibly
put
helpful.
on his Nike Airs.
I feel like I was young again.
His Air Jordans.
No, his Air Victorias.
Just, tap on his jade.
All right. Are there any other preparations, or are we good to start?
I would like to arm wrestle Fawkes once before we go.
I would like to flex on Switch before we go.
Farku, roll an intimidation check. You can roll an athletics check. I said we already got it. Farku, you wanted to flex. I need you to roll intimidation.
You suck.
Can I counterflex?
You've already tried to arm wrestle.
He counter arm
Okay.
wrestled though.
No, it looks like Switch wins. It was a close one. All right. And so the adventure begins. One last arm wrestle before heading down to the surface. The four of you gather in the hangar of the Last Hope, a place where the arcane catapults launch these large glass spheres that send you to and from the planet's surface below. As Roger stands there and you all look out through the transparent metal kind of arcane wall of force that blocks the vacuum of space, you look down toward the lands of DnDTime, and Roger points to the northeast, a gray blotch across the lands, where you can see what might be forest below, crested between two ranges of mountains. And he says, "Well, there it is, Sacred Vale."
Yeah,
I guess.
The gray blotch to the northeast, crested between the two mountains.
Yep, that's what we just narrated, Fox. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
we've only got a few minutes to fire you down, so I guess everyone get in the arcane catapult and good luck. Whenever you finish up, if you can return to the arcane catapult, it should be able to teleport you back up to the station. I don't know what you're going to find there, but I'll tell you, that place, it takes a toll on you. Good luck.
Okay. Bye. Love you. Mwah.
Oh, that was very forward. Love you too. Good luck. As you all get inside the ship, or the little sphere, he goes over and he presses the red button. You find yourselves hurtling through space, through the fiery atmosphere of the lands of DnDTime, before landing gently in the Sacred Vale.
While we're dropping, I want to turn to Farku and say, do you think that Roger is depressed that he cannot birdwatch on the moon?
I mean,
As you
do a
land.
little bit of bird watch.
I think the depression comes from he's watching the entirety of DnDTimes, but he can't seem to find a single bird to watch, even from up in the moon base. Can you imagine that?
He really
The
loves
best spot.
birds.
Maybe we should bring one back for him.
Such knowledge.
Assuming we can find one.
The glass sphere opens. You find yourselves in a strange place. It seems like, well, a regular forest. You hear birds somewhere in the distance, the sounds of bugs chirping, and yet, as you look around, you see the tree trunks, the shrubs, what look like small flowers, all in a blank, featureless gray.
Well, I'm pretty hungry. I could go for like an omelet or something.
No, Farku. Those eggs are for Roger to repopulate the bird population.
Whoa!
If you climb up,
what
you
is he
look
doing
up,
with
you-
these eggs?
You see some bird eggs up in a tree. There's a nest.
They're
Oh,
repop-
Fox, you need to sit on the eggs.
I don't think my butt is big enough for it. Maybe you should go up there.
All right, I'd like to climb the tree.
Okay, yeah, you climb the tree.
I'd like to collect the
I will
eggs.
I'll help
Yeah,
you.
as you get over to the tree, you see there is a bird in the tree, and you see this bird is devoid of all color. It looks like in the form roughly of the few times you've gone bird watching with Roger, in the form of like a chickadee or something. And there are these small little eggs in the nest. And
Unarmed
yet
strike, non-lethal.
the bird just sits in the nest and looks at you as you punch it in the face. Doesn't seem to do anything. It wasn't standing upon the eggs. It was just standing in the nest eating a worm. As you do you reach out and touch the egg switch?
No.
Okay.
I collect the eggs in the nest carefully and put the colorless chickadee on top and
as you kind of
place.
recollect the eggs a little bit, they appear to be cold and already dead.
I take out my
Maybe Roger has something for that.
and I will carefully, apply color to the eggs and knock out.
Excuse me. Wait, what are you doing, Farku?
He's painting them?
Painting them?
Okay, yeah, you climb up and you paint. You have paints. Why do you have paints?
Do you not remember the last time we came to the Sacred Vale and this exact same situation happened where there was colorless? And I also have. This is where I met my best friend Actually, let me call him up. Let's see how he's doing. Where's Whiny Star? No, Windstar.
You want to call for Windstar?
Yeah.
I mean, Windstar.
That's your fun familiar, right, Farku?
Yeah, I mean that would just be your steed, right?
Yeah, he's just my steed.
Yeah, see. Hello, Fawkes. It's me, Windstar.
Oh wow, you're pretty cheery since I haven't seen you in a while.
I am sober. Can I have some booze? He says, nudging you with his unicorn head.
What?
You've just
Watch the horn. Hey. Way from the way. All right. Yeah, I will give him a bucket of alcoholic paint.
Oh God! All right, Windstar's poisoned now. All right, so Windstar drinks this bucket of paint. What are the rest of y'all doing? Windstar is, by the way, filled with color as you have conjured him.
Cool.
That can be healthy.
It's fine. I'm
Also full of cover, because drank paint.
Yeah, I mean, he was a white unicorn anyway, but there's no even like white or black in this place. It's just all gray.
Well, actually, what is made up of all of the colors put together? It's light for you.
All right. Sword and Lance, you're also here watching Foxakes and Switch climb a tree and then paint eggs from a bird's nest.
We should make a tradition out of painting eggs, and maybe we could hide them in places and then find them later.
But wouldn't they be rotten by that point?
Exactly, that's the
maybe we can substitute it for something I don't know, chocolate. Plastic eggs filled with something nice.
Heard of the
Get some of the rocks and chisel them the eggs from the Big Rock Candy Mountains.
There's a
That's a
giant
great
rabbit
idea.
in the Big Rock Candy Mountains that poops chocolate eggs. Perhaps we can enlist their.
That's true. Yeah. We should go there sometime.
Yeah, but a lot of people,
We need
I'm
to
sure.
find some sort of strange reason to do this. Maybe he's just some birth of some dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard sell trying
Or
to
if
tell
someone
people
gets
that it
really
came from a
hard.
rabbit's butt.
Oh, we don't say it came from their butt. We just say.
Well,
we just
except maybe for you Chonkus, but
Well, rabbits don't normally lay eggs, so it's vaginal poop.
Wait, rabbits don't lay eggs?
I mean, I think so. I
We should probably get going.
mean, the last time what are we doing?
Academy of Light. Kind of got sidetracked.
I don't see any lights here.
Okay. What would you like to do? I mean, you're currently just standing in this gray forest.
I'm already lost. What?
Wasn't it that one place that looked like it was almost unaffected by the discolor?
Ah, it's blinding. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, that place.
I don't know.
Probably
would you
ought to
like to
head
head?
over there.
Okay. You start to make your way through the forest. As you do so, you're seeing, well, a strange mixture of the occasional normal, animal just living in the forest. A couple of birds that seem to still have their color to some degree. But every so often you see something out of sight. You run across a deer that has just died, collapsed in the path before you, withered and starved, devoid of color, as if it just lost the will even to consume. And after about an hour's trek through this darkness,
Can I chase down every bird that I see?
sure, you want to try and chase down every bird that you see? For what purpose? Let me ask you that.
To gather them for Roger.
Yeah.
Okay, in what way are you going to catch these birds? You're just going to run at them and hit them with your weapons?
Either unarmed strike them unconscious, non-lethally, or try to catch them with my hand.
I understand that the mechanics when you're fighting like monsters, right, is you can non-lethal strike them, but if you punch a bird...
In theory, what I'm actually doing is like snatching them with my bare hands, like trying to catch them.
Gotcha. That's really challenging. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying it's very challenging, and it would take quite a few hours. If you want to spend a few hours like catching birds, you guys could do that. Would you like to do that?
What else really are we doing? I think the direction of the blinding light that I felt is just like over there. But catch bird.
I turn to our other two who are kind of quiet right now, and I say, "Do you want to catch some birds?"
I'll see what I can do on that. Lance will whistle, and flying down from the sky, a phoenix the size of a halfling will alight on his shoulder.
If Ronnie 2 appears,
This
he
forest
flies down
is
and
so
lands upon your shoulder.
open, and it's like, oh, why is it like sandy here? I feel like it's a big box. Wait, what?
Like a sandbox?
Okay, so you're going to use Ronnie 2, Lance, to help switch catch birds. So what I'm asking you is, mechanically, would you guys like to spend a few hours catching birds? Is that something you want to spend your time on right here? I'm just trying to...
I care about Roger. I kind of want to. Personally, me, in character, wants to.
Before I just say yes, did we have any sort of time constraint on this? Or was this
as I'll say, as time has gone on and you've been traveling through the forest a little bit, you can feel the weight and the kind of the dread, right, of this, or despair of this place starting to grasp a hold of you. This apathy, which mechanically I'm going to have you roll saving throws at the end of each hour to see if any of you succumb to the apathy of this place.
Just, be dull.
Is it a one and done kind of deal? Because if it is, then we can just move on.
There is one where something bad happens to you, and then if you continue to fail, it gets worse.
Okay.
I think we should look for birds.
Maybe we'll get the birds on the way back. Sound good?
Yeah, maybe we'll figure out why they're all getting discolored, and I'm sure that'll put a spring in Roger's step.
Yeah, we shouldn't just look solely for birds, but like on the way there, I guess we could spot a few nests or something.
This is becoming a safari adventure.
This is,
Okay.
I guess, the adventure you want? Question mark.
Well, it sounds like you're going to do this on the way back, so that's fine. We can say that happened on the way back. As you travel through the Sacred Vale, and you find these, these terrible sights, right, of like a mother, a kind of withered gray mother bear devouring her cub or something, right? The deer that starve for lack of bothering to eat, the birds that have stopped caring for their eggs, all of the stuff that has been ruined by lack of color. It takes about an hour to walk toward the Academy of Light in that direction from where you happen to have landed. It's not the Arcane Cannibals are not extremely precise, and so I would like you all to roll one time. I'd like you all to roll me a Charisma saving throw as you trudge through the forest, or the gray area rather.
We're of course bunched up around Fawkes 6.
Yes, and at this point, your auras are not currently stacking because you are not in the most holy of places, the Academy of Light yet.
Okay.
That being said, you all, it looks like, who we're waiting on?
2 people.
Farku DC.
Yep, I need Farku and I need you, Lance.
19.
19's good.
Would this be a spell effect or magic?
This is a magical effect, not a spell effect.
22 from sword. Mine would be 19 plus 5 if I...
Yeah, I was just waiting for Farku's.
Or
He's back in the other room.
Oh, did we lose Farku again?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, he disconnected.
That's a challenge. Farku, welcome back. I will need you to roll me a Charisma saving throw as you move through the gray area. You already have excellent. Yeah, none of you succumb to the apathy of the gray area as you just make this first trek through. You're all strong of conscience. Now, Farku, how the hell is... Oh, were you already including for Switch's
Yeah.
aura?
No, that's just my normal.
Your normal is not a plus 15.
It is. He has 20 charisma, and then he has his save
Oh,
Added.
right.
efficiency.
And my proficiency.
It's a plus 10. Proficiency is another 4 at your point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have.
All right. Yeah, shit. And the rain protection. Holy shit, it is a plus 15. Jesus Christ.
Without
Yeah.
switches.
Yeah, and then it becomes even higher with switches. Cool. So yeah, you all travel through without any difficulty. And eventually you come out of the forest at the Academy of Light. You come out in the southern part of the campus, which has become heavily overgrown. Looks like many of the large spires that once lifted up here have kind of been reduced to derelict structures, hollow and burned out or ruined. And as you kind of make your way past the towers and the few other small outlying buildings that are all in just complete ruin, you eventually come clear out of the forest toward that or at least in view of the Paladin's campus, which, Lance, you had spied upon earlier. You can see the most near building to you is the barracks. It's pretty close to the lake, which is a big lake next to the Academy of Light. On the opposite side is the Academy of Blight, which, from your perspective here, you can still see. And unlike the rest of the forest and the Academy of Light, which is all gray and muted, the Academy of Light is very much black, right? It is this black and almost red glowing scar on this gray landscape across the lake. The lake, however, is currently muted in gray. Very strange gray water. But yeah, you've come out somewhat near the barracks. There's a little dock with some little dinghies down by the lake. And there is the cathedral area up ahead, the cathedral keep. What would you all like to do as you get here? Where would you like to explore?
Well, I'd like to explore the water. Are we talking just like the color of the water is gray as in opaque or transparent?
Oh, it is gray as in opaque. It probably was once a very dark blue-green that a lot of those lakes can get.
So it's like corpse water rather than just water that is gray.
Yes.
Like murky.
I'm not trying to say what you mean. Yeah, it is murky, if that's what you mean. It's murky, and it is water that is gray. The color has been drained from the water of the lake, just as it has been drained from the forest around you.
Do you have to cross the river?
If you wanted to go to the Academy of Light, you'd need to. I don't know if that's something you're interested in doing, but it's over there.
Alright, I'll take out my Disco Drift Globe and cast Daylight.
Okay.
Just get that started.
Yeah, your daylight shines out, and it is, well, it's very bright.
While that shines, I'm just gonna do like a little jig, dance.
Okay,
How
and the
far
disco
from-
drift globe makes color and everything. It's no problem. It doesn't seem like the color has been drained out of you, any of you, or your items, or any of that. It's just the landscape in which you tread.
This isn't the same as the first time the color's been drained from here. It seems any new black color is fine. Actually, I don't even remember the first time this happened.
You're asking a question, Switch, about how far something is?
The Academy of Light.
The Academy of Light? You're in the campus area now.
Okay, I'd like to.
Exited the forest proper. You've seen
Fine.
a lot of the outlying ruins. Sorry, you'd like to what?
I'd like to finally sense the.
Yes, you use your divine sense. And here is what you can tell. The place is consecrated. And there are 3 effects of this consecration, which is daylight, bright light should fill the area, and magical darkness of below a certain level should not function here. So that's part 1. And it seems the whole area is still consecrated. Extra-dimensional interference. Affected creatures can't use travel or teleportation by extra-dimensional means or interplanar means, and that is targeting fiends. So fiends are blocked from teleporting or making their way here.
But not undead.
Sarah
No.
can join in. Cool.
Undead aren't really known for their teleportation abilities. And this was a school that specialized in just...
Lemic laughs in Lich. Oh my god, we should find Lemic.
Poor Lemic.
Does anyone know who it is?
I think we should focus on the task at hand.
He's probably still in the bush by Bartholomew's shop, right?
I mean, last time I saw him, he was getting some real burnt bone hurting juice.
All right. What would y'all like to do? You see the water, you see the barracks, and the barracks it looks somewhat more maintained. Like I said, the barracks and the cathedral keep are in much better shape than the entire rest of the academy, which is in serious disrepair.
I'll start with the cathedral.
Man, it's
Okay.
so drab here.
I was going to say the barracks area has a little picket fence that's been put up around it. Not picket fence, I'm sorry, but like
Like a white picket fence.
it's not a picket fence, but it's a makeshift wooden fence that's been put up about it, around it, or not around it, but in an area adjacent to it.
Is it more of a picket or a cattle fence?
I think it's more of a cattle fence. I just couldn't think of the word. Yeah, it's more of a cattle fence that's been put up around it. And it's a little bit upwards on the hill. I mean, the cathedral's further in, but you start going up with the intention of approaching the cathedral.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're heading up, you see over a couple of things that do strike out to you a little bit. The first is the cathedral doors are shut. They're usually always open, but I guess it probably makes sense. It's kind of the end of the world here. You can also see a slight glimpse of color as you kind of move up and go to move past the barracks toward the cathedral. You can see there's some pink inside the cattle fence, some sort of small pink creatures.
Can I tell what they are?
I mean, at a glance, they look like pigs.
Oh, hey, there's small pink creatures.
Fargo, are those your relatives?
I don't understand the joke, what?
It's fine. Onwards, comrades.
I go over, bend down, and attempt to pet one of the little pigs.
Okay, so you're gonna go over to the barracks and look at the pigs.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys follow Sword, or do you try where are you going?
I'm still on the way to the cathedral.
Okay, so you split up.
I will go to the cathedral and send Sarah to accompany Sword.
Okay, so the zombie is going with you, Sword. It's a good thing this isn't
okay.
against undead. And Lance, where are you headed?
I'll go along with Sword and ask if Ronnie could, circle the area and let me know if anything sketchy is going on the campus grounds.
Yeah, so Ronnie gives a quick circle of the area, and Ronnie doesn't see really anything. And for that matter, nothing. Normally when it's kind of overgrown, you'd find lots of wildlife there, but there's nothing here. No wildlife, no creatures have moved into this area from the rest of the forest. It just is completely deserted, it seems, with the exception of these two buildings that are in very, very good shape still. Switch and Fawkes, you're heading over toward the cathedral. But the barracks is a little closer, so I'm going to deal with that first. Sword, you walk over to the cattle fence, and it's easy to just walk over. You take a step over. You can see that this cattle fence has been built around one of the kind of main exits to the barracks. It's built, up against the walls and in a semicircle connecting. There are 20 pigs walking around. They're not huge hogs. They're little pigs, little piglets, and probably not piglets, but they're pigs. They're just sniffing around, doing pig stuff. You step over and pet one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you reach down, you pet the pig, and the pig looks up at you and wags its little pig butt. Its little stringy tail bounces around, and it seems to.
The zombies going.
In the background, there's a zombie just. Then Fark's out with you. But yeah, the pig doesn't seem to bother you at all. Or rather, you don't have any issue with the pig. You just pet him. You can see that clearly this place is being attended. There is something of a trough that's been laid out inside this little area. And you can see signs that there's hay thrown out, and that door into the barracks has been opened and closed many times. Is wear around and all that good stuff. There's also another doorway into the barracks that's not within this kind of fenced off area. And something that really strikes you as a little unusual is you see what looks like a welcome mat outside that doorway.
I'll get a stick and write in the mud in the picnic. You aren't people, right?
You say that you write that in the mud to the pig?
Yes.
Yeah, the pig looks up and says, "No, I'm a pig."
Okay, the pig can tell.
Looks at you and starts hopping around and walks over to the trough and starts eating.
So, do you know who all remains on campus?
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that again, Lance?
I asked the pig if it knows who all is still on campus.
Well, I sold her inside. She feeds us.
That's very nice of her. Anyone else?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Jeremy just role playing as himself.
Yeah, you 15. Oh, is that the guidance there?
Yes.
Yeah. The pig looks up and goes, "Well, I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, but Isolde talks about the people in the cathedral. Sometimes.
Is one of those people named Victoria?
Pig gives you a blank stare. No, I don't think so.
What does Isolde tell or talk about these people in the cathedral?
Well, she says that's where we go. That's where they send us when we're good enough.
Ah,
Have you ever
Big
been
Cat
in there
looks up at you.
before?
Oh, you don't come back. That's where you go to stay.
Huh.
Kind of hops around happily. I think it's painting time. And like, you see a couple of other pigs have gathered around the door into the barracks that's kind of within this area. And you hear from the other side what sounds like footfalls, like someone's coming toward the door. Whatever you like to do, would either of you like to do anything?
I'd like to make our presence known so the zombie doesn't
I mean, I'll
Okay.
look
Send him
over
into a
to
panic.
see who's.
Go on. Lance, were you saying something?
I'll look over to see who it is.
Okay, so you guys call out to whoever's opening the door. Meanwhile, Fawkes and Switch, you have made your way past this barracks area toward the cathedral. As you approach, it's more of a keep than necessarily a cathedral. There's a cathedral here, but it's buried deep within this big keep structure. You can see that the stonework, albeit gray, still stands strong and tall. It seems like it is probably magically durable. Hard to necessarily say. There is a large gate that kind of blocks the way in. It's a big one of those big old, like 20-foot high wood and iron reinforced doors that you find on like a castle gate.
Alright, well, on the way there, I guess I'll change outfits real quick. Just swab my sword over, and I'd be in a sort of long, rugged brown hooded cloak. And
Okay.
I'll breathe over my face.
I'll cast protection from evil and good on myself, which means it also targets Jeremiah, who I am fighting upon.
Okay. And how long does it last?
10 minutes?
Okay.
So.
And Farku, what were you doing again?
I was just gonna put like a big cloak on.
Oh, okay, yeah, just a big cloak to kind of hide your identity.
Hide my face. Yeah, I'll
Hide his
Are
towel?
we busting into the? I'd probably have like normal clothes on it. So like, is there like a big door? Or
Yeah,
sort of...
big old, 20-foot high wooden castle door, like the castle gates.
Is it to like the entrance of the castle, or does it go into the cathedral?
So basically, the cathedral is within this keep structure. So yes, going in here would enter you into the keep, and thus get you toward the cathedral.
But not inside of the cathedral. There's like a sort of.
No, there's probably a couple rooms before the cathedral.
Oh, but it's not like an open ground. Like it's all under a ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay, let's bust into the door. Just knock it down.
You want to start wailing on this door?
I don't know. Just have like Windstar ram into it.
I'll check to
Okay.
see if it's locked first.
I mean, it's closed. Yeah, these are big castle gates. I mean, they're very sizable gates.
So they're portcullis or?
No, they're big wooden gates.
Is there a blocking bar on the other side?
Presumably.
Can I look through the crack to see if there is one?
I mean, yes, there's a big locking bar on the other side, but it's a big locking bar. You know, it's like a tree trunk kind of deal. These are big castle gates.
Slide oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the issue isn't sliding something through, it's then lifting it up.
Well, who needs to lift it up when you can just cut the heaven?
I mean,
the
sliding
tree
your sword blade through the thing and like smacking upwards, not the best way to cut through a tree trunk.
We said I was cutting it like that. I have a chainsaw on my sword.
Would you like to use your chainsaw?
Oh my god, no, I'm out of gas on that thing. That would actually be a good use for it.
Do it.
No. I'll just send Windstar to like slap his head against the door until it breaks open. Just keep ramming up against it.
Okay, Windstar just starts slamming his head into the door. He's drunk on alcoholic paint, so he does
Charging into it.
and he charges into it over and over.
How's it looking?
It's taken a little bit of damage. So's Windstar, though.
I'll try kicking at it one time. Does it budge?
Yeah, let me see exactly how this is gonna work. So this has an armor class of 15, and it has actually it should be
Knock, knock, knock.
yeah. I mean, basically, you just are slamming into it.
We've come to do business.
Yeah, it's got a damage threshold. What's the damage threshold on this guy?
Windstar?
Probably not. No, not on Windstar. Windstar does not have a damage threshold. The door has a damage threshold of 15.
Oh,
and yeah, and a bunch of hit points. So you start just having Windstar slam into the door, and eventually he's gonna get through it. But right now it's just loud knocking. Is there anything else you two would like to do? Or just watch Windstar slam his face into the door until he dies?
I will have Jeremiah kick with his Vanderhob hooves.
Okay, so you just basically just stand there as your steeds kick the doors down.
Farzu said he was gonna give the good kick as well.
Pardon?
Fawkes.
Yeah, Fawkes.
Oh yeah, Fawkes, not Farzu. Big Papa Farzu is a different D&D.
Yeah, different character.
Yeah.
So, all right. So y'all just start kicking at the door. It's gonna take maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes to eventually beat down this door, assuming nothing happens. We're making quite a bit of noise.
That isn't that long. That's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not long. I'm just saying, that's why I'm trying to realistically look at this, because the Warhorse does at maximum 16 damage with attacks. So it's gonna do damage once every 8 attacks, maybe.
How big of a door is this? Is it like a massive
It's like a 20-foot tall, 15-foot wide gates. Yeah.
Damn, son. So the bar on the other side is just like a tree trunk.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it is a tree trunk. It's a big gate.
Do it. Use your chainsaw.
Well, you're already.
I'm just gonna pretend that I'm out of gas. Sure.
All right, so Windstar bludgeons the thing down with the Warhorse.
Switch looks at you disapprovingly.
And as you share this disapproving glare, and the gate finally open as the thing breaks, we cut back. The door to the barracks opens, and an old woman with wrinkly green skin, a very large nose, a huge wart that kind of bulges out, opens the door out of the barracks. She has under her arms what look like a couple of small Oh goodness. Easels, for lack of a better term. And in her other hand, she's got a bucket of paint and a whole bunch of paint brushes. She's got long and gnarled fingers covered in warts with overgrown fingernails, and she wears the vestments of a priest from the academy. And as she opens the door, she seems surprised to see you, Lance, and Sword, as you announce yourself. She goes, "Oh, we rarely have visitors here." And you can see she is very much still in all of her color. Still deep green like grass in her skin. And she's kind of got this like pale white hair that flows down all along her body. And yeah, she looks towards you. "Well, are you here for painting time with old Isolde?" She gives you a deep grin.
Is that why this place is still got color?
Well, the
compared
rest
to
of the place
surrounding
really
area?
doesn't. It's just the pigs and her so far. But she goes, "Well, the painting certainly doesn't hurt." And she goes and starts setting up the little easels. "Come on, little piglets, work those brains." And she starts handing out paintbrush, and the pigs are like, "Yeah!" And they're talking. They're all excited. And they're like, "I love painting." And yeah, they all just are all grouping up and getting ready to do some painting. She sets up these easels for them. Do either of you do anything as this obvious hag sets up painting time for the piglets?
I asked the piglets what are they painting.
"Oh, we can paint whatever we want. I'm gonna paint the sky." And
Are the piglets that go in the chapel the ones that paint a specific?
are you just like standing there looking down at this piglet as he paints, as this hag's just kind of walking to and fro, setting up easels? Because like she could totally hear you if you do. Or are you kind of like kneeling down and whispering to this piglet?
Sarah's gonna pick up a set of paints.
I'm just like sitting down next to the piglet.
Okay.
I'm just quietly asking him things as.
Okay. Yeah, and he goes, "Oh, well, I don't think so. The best painters go though. I'm working real hard." And you can see the sky that it's painting. It's painted the sky itself purple. It's made the sun blue. And it's got like trees and leaves and stuff, and it's got like what you can clearly tell is a lake. And what is probably the backdrop of the Academy of Light you can see across the lake. The Academy of Light is just a black splotch, and the trees are all the wrong colors. And you realize this pig's probably never seen the world not in gray.
More like the Academy of Light. Didn't we come up with like a whole list of Academy names that are rhymed with light?
So
Night Academy.
there were a lot of academies that people came up with.
Yeah. What's it to roll for painting?
For the zombie, it'd be
Let's see if
just
Sarah
charisma.
is the best painter out of all the pig. Maybe she'll get to go to the cathedral.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Sarah's not the best. The zombie nun, not the best painter here. There are some actually pretty talented pigs you're seeing.
Just slamming.
Just slamming the easel. Bad. These hands only destroy.
So frustrating.
Yeah, Lance and Sword, are you two doing anything? I mean, this hag seems to not be paying you any real mind.
This hag? Question mark?
Yeah, definitely a hag. 100% a hag.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've come to the academy. How are things? It is noticeably different.
She kind of like puts the last easel down and stands up kind of straight a little bit, and you hear the like cracking of her spine. It's just this awful, prolonged, just crack. And she stands up straight and then hunches back over and looks toward you. Well, I'm glad you're here to visit. I'm sure Faladar and the cathedral would love some visitors. This is how things are now. I take care of the little piglets, she says, smacking one of them on the rump, when he goes, and kind of runs off. And Faladar protects us.
Who's Faladar? I can't place the name.
You probably wouldn't. He was an adjunct professor before the fall.
Do you happen to know what it was he was doing as a
Studying the grave, among other things. I used to work, and she points toward the Academy of Blight, over there. Taught potions. And she kind of walks forward, like right up to you, Lance, and she extends a hand, a wrinkled, twisted, gnarled hand. I sold her. Do you shake her hand or no?
I'll give her a nod and introduce myself as, and I will remind her that we're social distancing and just leave it at a nod.
Okay. She says, what brings you to the academy?
I lost track of time a bit. You know how us elves and Aasimar are with time. So we thought this was going to be one of the reunion years, but ended up a couple years.
Pity. Well, if you'd like, you can enjoy painting with the piglets. I recommend you head to the cathedral. Faladar will want to meet you.
I suppose I won't keep him. Used
Yes.
to.
I'm sorry, did you ask a question?
I basically
you said her
asked
name.
if Sword is in agreement of heading on to the cathedral.
Yeah, and I guess actually if you asked her, right, that what happened to the rest of the academy, she'd say, most either left or faded away in time. The gray can be consuming. Have a wonderful visit. She gives you a big old gnarled smile and goes to go back inside the house. You two have a moment.
After
where
she
just you and
does
the
that,
kids.
I'm going to whisper back to that one piggy I was talking to. It's like, hey, you want to go check out the cathedral?
Yeah, I want to go. I'm smart. Look, I do a pretty painting.
You sure did. I pick him up in my arms and
Okay.
kind of toss a loose robe over him, so
Okay.
the hag won't notice.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You gather up with Lance, and do you two head out, or do you want to investigate inside the barracks? What do you want to do? They're just these pigs seem so happy right now.
So to the cathedral.
Yeah.
Can Sarah steal a pig?
Sarah want to try and steal a pig? I don't think Sarah can just steal a pig. I think this undead creature needs direct commands from you.
Okay.
You know what I
It'll
mean?
Probably scare the pig, but
Yeah, like I think Sarah's command, like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Sarah's command for the most part was stick with Lance and and Sword?
Nah, the commando's actually, go get me one of those pink things.
Go snag a piggy? Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Well, we have a piglet now, so let's go.
Oh shoot, we have a piglet?
Yeah, they took one, but you can go ahead and roll sleight of hand check for the zombie. I think it's just dexterity.
No, that's cool.
No, we already
We're gonna
decided.
push your luck.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sarah's not able to catch any piglets, and old Isolda eventually comes out of the place, and she's like, "Oh, shoo!" and shoos Sarah off, and Sarah eventually follows back after you all. Switch and Fawkes.
She picks it up on the way out.
Wait, what?
Her foot falls off and she picks it up on the way out.
She's limping around with one foot. Okay.
With oh,
Sure.
shoe. And I was like, yo, her shoe.
Well. Okay.
Okay, where are we at?
You guys kick open the door. You break down the door, and you can see, like, in the distance, Lance and Sword are beginning to make their way toward you. Sword has, like, a bundle under his arm that he's covered in a cloak that's just kind of, like, vibrating with excitement, it seems. Or I guess, Sword, the pig is, like, vibrating with excitement. Like, oh, I'm very excited. Yeah, going to the cathedral. But you guys just see this weird, like, shaking lump under his arm in a cloak. But you kick open the door, and you can see beyond is what looks like an entry foyer to this this keep. Right, there's two grand staircases that go up the sides. There's some very large stone pillars that hold the whole thing aloft. There is an upper level to it, and kind of right smack dab in the middle, there is another doorway at the end of it's not like a big doorway. It's a more decorative, like this way to the cathedral kind of doorway, right? It's a big set of double doors ornamented with all sorts of depictions of helm and other helm, tier, these very aggressive, like I protect and defeat evil kind of gods.
Yeah, they're total bros.
Yeah, the bro gods. Additionally, within this room, there are a whole bunch. Well, I mean, there's definitely signs that something bad went down here, right? There are blood stains along the floors and even like on some of the walls. It looks like there was a pretty brutal battle in here. However, I don't think you see any bodies currently.
All right,
Looks like all of the bodies have been moved out.
it's time to play some music. I'm gonna start pumping blinding lights.
Okay.
We're followed by the disco drift club down the hallway with the instrument box, music box.
Okay.
Okay, Switch. We're gonna have to do this together now. So 3, 2, 1, we'll start singing the lyrics.
Okay, what part are we starting at?
I've
Can
been
we
trying
just-
to call.
All right. Can we
Okay,
sing a duet? I think that's what happens, right? You get in there, you play the music, and Fawkes and Switch have a dance number, a song number, where you just kind of go back and forth in this duet, and that allows Lance and Sword to catch up to you.
Yeah, like if this was a movie, it would
Yeah.
have like weird like side cuts to
Yeah.
each of the side staircases as climb up each staircase.
Exactly. It's very dramatic. There's a lot of like,
A lot of
Wait, are you talking about a montage?
yeah, it's a montage dance sequence.
I said,
Um,
ooh, I'm blinded by the light.
And I think what happens is as you two are approaching Lance and Sword, you hear this music and you see these lights flashing out. But as soon as you get to the doorway and look in, there's just Fawkes and Switch standing there waiting for you.
Did something happen?
No, nothing.
No.
I look at Switch.
Nope.
Then what
Ooh,
was
in the
that dance
cathedral!
number we were hearing from outside?
What? Dance number?
Yeah, what?
The little
I
pig.
need to hear him across the.
Or can Windstar heal
I mean,
himself?
Yeah, Windstar has had to heal himself a couple of times. Windstar's like horn is like bent a little bit. He's just bruised as all hell. Just, all right,
Yeah,
Fawkes, let him go. Yeah, have any more of that pain?
I'm out of buckets. I'm sorry.
Windstar just goes, fuck. Okay, so you wanna mount Windstar, your maimed steed?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so you climb on Windstar's back. He almost falls over, but he doesn't. And Switch, do you want to mount up your warhorse? I'm sorry, your Banderhob?
On the stairs? Hell no.
I'm sorry, the stairs go up to like an upper level where there would be like reflection chambers of reflection and things like that. The main hallway the main door, which would lead further into the cathedral, is directly in front of you.
Are they like 10-foot wide doors?
Yeah, they are actually.
Yeah, it's like
You actually look at it, it looks like it's sized that like a paladin in a rush could ride their horse through them.
Wow, a temple
yeah.
designed for paladins in a rush.
Yeah, it's weird.
Nice. I'm gonna get on my horse.
Okay.
Wait, you're a horse?
I'm gonna. Yeah, Jeremiah's.
40 green horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you laughing? All right, I quit my shield and lance.
Okay. As you kind of re-equip yourself and get up on your steeds, I'm wondering, Lance and Sword, do either of you have any preparations, or are you just waiting for them to get ready?
Waiting for them to get ready.
Their name are both weapons. What?
Everyone's name is a weapon except for the one who is not Pete and Farku.
Uh-huh.
That's my name.
Sword that cuts the heavens, so he is a.
So, I guess as you're all just kind of chilling in here, the door up ahead like opens as you're all kind of getting ready to make your way deeper into the temple, and a zombie, for lack of a better term, walks forward. You see that they are dressed in like very holy priestly attire, right? They're wearing the long flowing gown with the kind of red and gold vestments that maybe would symbolize some of these more aggressive gods. Yeah,
So
they
it will just like click your tongue.
and you can see this figure, right, is like it's missing the bottom half of its jaw, and as it walks forward, its hands together, it just kind of pauses to look at you and address you. Do you give it a chance to even address you, or do you just attack it?
Like, where's your jaw?
How long is the addressing going to take?
Probably not very long.
Okay. Yeah, it has a chance to address us.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean,
As it
my salad needs some. Yeah, it's like really plain. I could use some.
Oh my god.
all right, it enters into the room from beyond the chamber, and it says, and I think as it speaks, right, this voice almost emanates from it rather than it necessarily speaking, and the voice says, "I am Faladar the Wise. If you wish to become part of my circle, step forward. If you wish to be meal for the circle, do the same. If you wish to escape with your lives, turn and flee this place." And that is all the voice says.
To be meal,
That is what it says.
like one meal, or like like a hot meal.
I think he's talking about eating us.
I mean, I'm pretty.
I would like
Granted,
to.
it's unusual for them to give us the option of not being.
Just real quickly,
Mhm.
just like
Oh, you're gonna do a divine sense. This place is really strange. It's definitely still consecrated here, like the room you're in, but you can smell like from beyond that doorway a darkness pervading. Also, that's an undead. It's a zombie. There's a second undead that is what was her name? Sister Sarah, the zombie that Fawkes brought with them, and that's all, I think, that you detect.
60 feet, not behind total cover.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything else undead here with you.
No spooky
Okay.
ghosts here.
It's a celestial fiend or undead. So yeah, nothing. And this place is probably still consecrated against fiends.
Okay.
I quietly whispered to the pig and asked him, it's like, hey, you can smell things pretty good.
The pig is shaking in fear. Is that a zombie? Oh
We'll protect you. Just, I need to see, can you smell if there's anything beyond that?
Sarah drones when he says that.
no! Yeah, I actually do have a stat block for this pig. It's gonna roll a perception check. It does not. The pig is, I don't smell anything. It just smells like death in here. I don't like it.
I'm gonna give Piggy a Chitoa plushie.
Oh, a what?
Kuatoa
Kuatoa.
plushie.
Oh, a Kuatoa plushie. All right. What does the Kuatoa plushie do? I forget.
The Kuatoa plushie. Let me just quickly
Makes you
open up.
Really oily. That's the only.
Yeah, you
plushie.
cannot be grappled.
So it slips out of your hand, sword. And does it just do that all the time?
No.
You have to use it.
As a reaction, when you
Gotcha.
fail an ability check or saving throw to escape a grapple, you M may
Yep.
squeeze the plushie, causing it to extrude a hard
Yeah.
viscous slime. When you do so, you may immediately save. Must use.
Pardon me. Yeah, so the pig just grabs the Kuatoa plushie in its mouth, and now it can't really talk. But it kind of looks up at you, sort of. He seems pretty spooked.
All right, I'll pick him back up and I'll put him in my knapsack behind me.
Okay, so he's just kind of like sticking out of it a little bit.
Yeah, just to kind of put him at ease a little.
Okay. Yeah, he seems a little more comfortable in there.
As he
This isn't the great
squishes
place I
the-
thought it was.
When he squished the plushie in his mouth and exuded a horrid viscous slime.
Yeah, that's why he fell on the ground at first. So yeah, what do you want to do? The
Is there
undead priest
any-
figure steps aside, like to let you go forward.
any way at all that I would like know about this undead priest dude?
Poof. I don't know. Can you give me a reason why you might know?
No.
Okay.
Because I have no idea who this dude is, but
Yeah.
how he fits in. But like I was wondering if in character as a paladin, as like a Galanodel, maybe Switch has heard about this dude somewhere, somehow.
You're talking about Faladar the Wise.
Yep.
The name that was spoken. Yeah, you've probably never heard of him.
Alright, I'll roll up and smite him.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna walk up and just smite this undead thing.
Ride up and smite him, I think.
Okay. Yeah. You take the
Stop.
head right off that zombie. It falls just destroyed.
Alright,
Just absolutely trashed.
then I'll continue further inward.
I'll just
Uh,
throw it
before
into
y'all
my
go in-
bag of tricks and treats.
Before you all go in there, I take just a random pebble I see on the ground and cast a light cantrip
Okay.
and toss it in.
Yeah, so you toss this pebble in. Yeah, the pebble
When
this
he
is
does that, I'm
before.
like, oh, I can do that too.
This is before Switch charges through.
Yeah, before he gets himself killed.
Cool. Yeah, you throw the pebble, and the pebble falls through the floor. I mean, you go through the doors, and beyond it seems to be just a hallway, with another set of doors at the end. But the pebble goes in and just falls through the floor, and as it does so, the illusion kind of fades, and it does not appear to be a just simple hallway. It seems that the floor is just gone, and there's just a big old pit. How deep it goes, it's unsure. It's just kind of dark below.
I'll reach out with my lance.
It's about a 40-foot long pit.
I'll reach out with my lance and try to like poke at the floor where the floor used to be.
Yeah, there does not appear to be anything there.
Call back to the.
You were just about to just bolt down that hallway too, as the pebble.
Yeah. It
Go
seems
through
that
it.
there is a problem with the floor. Do either of you have any ideas to if there's a switch mechanic or something?
Oh, the floor? What floor? There's like no floor here, though.
There was a floor. There isn't any.
I think that's the problem.
Yes, so I'm wondering if there's perhaps a lever or a button.
You can just fly over it, right? I look to my other Aasimar.
I personally cannot fly, no.
I can.
You said that it's 40, right?
It's 40 feet across. Yeah.
Before I
It's a
do
segment
this,
hallway, and you can see there's another one of those fancy doors there.
before I do this, my fine steed says any spell that targets myself also
Sure.
affects my steed. So if
Okay.
I were to use Misty Step, my steed would also get help, correct?
That's a great question. What does it say specifically?
For
I believe it
fine
has the
Targeting
specifically
itself.
the stealth, right? Keyword.
If that's the case, you might want to review that.
That's what I'm asking. I don't know what the command is. That's why I'm asking. Fine
if,
steed.
if we are going by the ruling of all self, quote unquote, spells are targeted, then that's going to be a very different thing. But that's up to you.
Where is this? Is this part of the fine steed spell that you were reading
While
that?
you are mounted on your steed, you can make any spell you cast that targets only you. Also
Only
target
you.
your steed.
Okay. So yeah, I guess that would work with Misty Step. I think.
Yeah, because
It's not
reason
super
I'm-
clear. Because
Yeah.
Misty Step doesn't have a target, so to speak. But I think that's an okay interpretation, at least for now.
It's cast from self, but it's targeting a spot, right?
Yeah, it's unclear. I'll let it fly.
Okay. Is there
Might look
a-
into it more in the future, but we'll let it fly for now.
I have a lot of feelings about self spells, including a certain paladin spell called
Flavory.
no,
Line.
destruction or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So what's the plan?
Is there a place that I can Misty Step to on the other side of this hallway? Could I long jump?
There appears to be an end to the
to the pit?
to the pit, yeah. And I think, it's easy enough to say sword makes another glowing pebble and confirms it seems solid.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going
That was a good move, by the way, sword.
I'm
First
going
trap
to-
of
Well, we
burning.
couldn't see anything, so I just immediately was like, okay, yeah, it's probably a
Basic
trap.
dungeon etiquette.
I am going to.
Granted, I thought there was gonna be like a room full of zombies in the dark or something.
I am going to running long jump with my steed and then Misty Step specifically to where the pebble landed.
Yeah, you do that, no problem. You have crossed it. You can easily make that 10-foot jump you need to do before the Misty Step. So, yeah, you're across.
Fantastic. Now just
With your
wait
steed.
for the Aasimars, I guess.
I'll just ride my flying sword over.
I don't think your flying sword works like that. The dancing sword is good. It does not do that. I can tell you.
I can fly. I can fly. It's no big deal.
Okay, so you're gonna use your Aasimar ability to fly.
Only like 40 feet. I don't even need to use my Aasimar ability. I can Deus Vault over since I can take the dash action and use my flying feet. So
Does it really let you do that? No way.
it
The Deus
does.
Vault? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you vault over with your
If
sword.
I could probably even just pick up like, Lance as well. Just come back and forth.
Holy crap, that's really good. So Lance gets on your back and you vault over. And yeah, you two are across, I guess. I'm sorry, Lance, are you like riding on his shoulders, or how is this working? Is a fireman carry? What is this?
I imagine he needs his hands to do the vaulting action, so I'm just kind of holding on piggyback style.
So this is kind of like how Selkris rides on Kuroghan's shoulder, except it's Lance on Fawkes 6.
What I imagined is he just
Tower of Power maneuver here.
I hand him like a rope that I tied around my waist, and like as I vault over, he's instantly just tugged over to the other side, crashing there. But that's just me.
Well,
Yeah,
however it
I was
works, you
thinking-
get across.
It's
I'm sorry, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing. Is like just tying the end of a rope to a rock and just running it.
Yeah. You easily, get it. Oh, wait, how do you get a cross sword?
Through the rope. He was just talking.
Oh, you're just gonna throw a rope to your friends and then just climb with the rope.
Yeah, just secure it and climb across because we're gonna need to get back over.
Yeah, it takes you like a couple minutes to get across, but like you can get across because you gotta throw the rope over, secure the ropes, and then you gotta climb. But yeah, it's easy enough to do that. Now that you're across, how do you get the Windstar across? Fuck! What do I do? I'm a horse.
You're a horse. Just I don't know. Teleport over here, you.
His horn glows with radiant power, and he teleports across.
Good job.
All right. As you're kind of all gathered on the other side of this pit, there's another one of those ornamented doors, right, depicting these very mighty, powerful gods battling creatures or evils. While you're like waiting for Sword to like monkey climb across on the rope, the door opens in front of you, and another one of those undead-looking priests show up. This one is missing most of its skull. Like, it's got a huge chunk out of the side of its head, but it has its bottom jaw. Do you give this a chance to speak, or you just attack him?
Could I take the one that was missing its jaw from outside of my bag of tricks and treats and like place its head to the one with the jaw? Start assembling your full skeleton.
Sure, you go and you pull the head out of the bag of tricks and treats. Do you, what I'm asking, do you let this creature address you, or do you attack him?
I'll let him address.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm just.
All right, yeah, it steps out and makes stands before you, and its jaw kind of opens, and again, this voice emanates out. You have invaded the sanctum of Faladar the Wise. Turn back, or become gruel.
I smite him down.
Okay, you crush him. Lance, not Lance.
Preferably just as far as done putting together the skull.
Okay, so Fawkes, you've slowly removed the top half of the skull, but it doesn't react or like attack you at all. And yeah, you smash it down, and it collapses, a withered corpse. It's got a couple strands of hair, but now it's smashed to bits.
I'll just like dust the remains back into the bag of tricks and treats.
Okay.
All right, shall we move on?
You want to test the floors again?
Of course. Why not? Break out the 10-foot pole. And
Yeah, you poke the floors. No difference here. I mean, it's floor up to the door.
I wasn't feeling so good earlier, but now that we're in the dungeon, it's time.
You step forward, and
So spooky in here.
you open the doors into the next room and enter into the cathedral proper. You see there are massive brass plaques or plates on the walls, and embossed and engraved into them are depictions of the gods doing heroic deeds. You can see there are these large marble columns which uphold the probably 70-foot high vaulted ceiling of the chamber. The ceiling painted to depict an almost perfect heavenly image, like the seven heavens of Mount Celestia. And before you, kind of up on the pulpit, is another one of, there are a bunch of pews that are still laid out here before you, and about 100 feet ahead there are three figures, or four figures that stand. One is another one of those zombified priests, which as you enter simply speaks, "Go back." The other three are dark hooded figures. They reek of undeath, and they drip with an otherworldly slime from beneath their dark hoods. You can see beneath their hooded cloak there are priestly vestments, implying that at one point these were perhaps holy figures, but the writhing tentacles beneath tell a different story. I'd like you all to roll for initiative. As these three figures move or stand to send you back. All right. Is that it, what I want? No, I want him.
Oh, damn.
Guess I'll leave the walls.
Oh, Nancy will just go after you for ease, because it's too much of a pain in the ass otherwise. So Nancy gets a huge boost to their initiative. So Lance goes 21. I'm sorry, Sarah. I apologize.
Where did you get Nancy from?
Dude, I don't know. I think this zombie is more of a Nancy than a Sarah. It's the first one, second one, and the third. They all go at the same fucking time. All right, sure. Why do I bother to roll them separately? So that means they go third. Yes. So yeah, there are these three hooded figures that I think you can tell from beneath the hoods. They are seemingly mind flayer-like beings. And we move to the first in the initiative, Lance Silverblood. What would you like to do?
Stay within 10 feet of us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's a
also,
good idea.
as just a note, in this most holy of places, because it is still consecrated, believe it or not, the auras of your paladins are going to
You
stack.
had one of the effects of the consecration.
Yes, exactly. I forgot to mention. Apologies. So if you stand in within 10 feet of both Switch and Fawkes, it's going to be real good for you. But what would you like to do, Lance? You're about 100 feet from them.
So, in the DMG, it says that desecrated places, undead have advantage on those. Does that work the same for celestial consecrated, or no?
It does not, no. Consecrated is a different condition. Yeah, there's a bunch of different options for it. There's only one option for desecrated because they just made it simple for the DMG. Consecrated refers to specifically the effects of the Hallow spell in 5e. And you can pick a number of effects. And the ones that I chose were, or I guess the Academy of Light chose, were Daylight. Light always fills the area. And magical darkness can't be created if it's above or below a certain spell. And yeah, and the travel is blocked.
Of course, paladins and satyr orders.
I mean, paladins don't want people teleporting away from them. They hate teleporting people. All right, Lance, what would you like to do?
Gotta do math right quick.
You're telling me I gotta get all these stat blocks up. Or, I mean, hit points.
That's
Uh-oh, the song ended.
Yeah, I know. The song didn't end. It's still... What the heck? Okay, it just stopped.
oh no.
No, I can't stay.
Roll 20 works in mysterious ways, folks.
Farku, your unicorn is a unicorn, right?
Yeah.
It is, in fact, your real unicorn.
In that case, we're gonna start this off with the 4th level blessing all of the party, the unicorn.
Is that including Jeremiah and Sarah?
No,
Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't have 6th level spell slots left yet.
I don't think Sarah needs to be blessed, right, Farku?
Sarah's living her best life.
You got a 5 slot?
Her best on life.
If Sarah takes any number of attacks, it's incredibly good for you. that Sarah took one instead of you.
And I'll bonus action Sanctuary.
Ah, sanctuarying yourself.
Indeed.
Excellent. Next in the initiative, Sword Coheir. Do you move forward at all, Lance, or do you stay at the beginning of this chapel?
I'll move forward a bit and see if I can tuck behind one of the marble pillars.
Easy. I mean, they're huge. This is a really overdone, like, dude, look at our sick temple kind of temple. So you're easily able to do that. Move 30 feet up.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that puts you 60 feet from the pulpit area.
So it's like a large cathedral hallway with,
Yeah,
high ceilings and archways with like gigantic
Exactly.
stone pillars the size of like a,
yeah,
a whole
huge stone
room.
pillars. I mean, the stone pillars are probably a solid like 3 feet wide. Easy.
Yeah. Oh, well, like in the Great Mosque, like those pillars were like the size of houses themselves in thickness to support.
These aren't that big.
Okay.
This is good. This is the paladin one. This isn't the cleric one.
Of course.
Sword, it's your move. What would you like to do?
I'll move forward with. What was it? Who went forward first?
Okay.
Lance.
Yeah, I'll move up with Lance and I will cast aid on everybody since we all got on everybody but me.
Okay. So that means everyone's going to regain how many hit points? Or I'm not regain, their maximum points will go up to how much?
Their temp HP will go up by 10.
Excellent.
3rd level.
All right, so everyone gains 10 maximum hit points. Also, yeah, Ronnie, you're having fly up above Lance. Ronnie will just go on your turn for ease.
Okay.
Would you have wanted Ronnie to do anything specific, or just fly up and observe for now?
He doesn't have flyby, so I don't want to get him too close too quick, so he'll just fly up his normal move speed and take the dodge action sky high.
Cool. How high does that put him?
As high as he can get in the cathedral without getting...
I don't know what his movement speed is the problem.
at up to 60 if it's not like right at the roof at 60.
No, it's about 70 feet at the peak of the arch. So, yeah, he's up pretty high. Okay, cool. And Sword, sorry, you cast aid. Anything else, Sword? Do you want to stay with your paladins? Do you want to go over with Lance?
I stay with
Do you wanna
Lance.
split up?
I move up with Lance.
Okay, so you move up with Lance. You and Lance are behind one of the pillars, seemingly out of sight of these 3 creatures. And they move forward, their tentacles wriggling out from beneath their hoods, almost like plying fingers. And they are gonna... and yeah, you can see that their flesh is gray and kind of degraded. Even the tentacles are. They're gonna cast some spells. They are gonna cast lightning bolts. at Switch and at Fawkes. So Switch, lightning bolt. I guess Switch,
That's
you
a
and
spell.
Fawkes are very close to each other, I assume.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's a 5th level lightning bolt. Switch, this is against you and the Bander. Oh, I gotta write this so that you can see it, huh? Zeba.
Yeah.
This is the first one. The lightning crackles down the halls, just obliterating the pews.
Oof.
Wow.
Not 1, so 13.
That will fail. Wow. Even with the incredible auras, you can still fail saving throws. All right,
your
and it
aura?
looks like it did not roll it at a higher level. So I will have to add
My aura is 4.
So it's going to be 27 lightning damage to you, Switch. This is just a Switch right now, Farku. You aren't in the line with this. So, Switch, can you also roll me for your bear hop?
Yeah, just making the community wild shape that. And then this is +9 and a D.
All right, so he will succeed. Actually, can you roll me a D4? Consider +9 and a D4.
So
Yeah, he will succeed.
16, 17.
Okay, so that's 27 points of lightning damage, which is halved for both of you, basically. You because of your aura, and the Banner Horse because... Actually, it should be quarter for the Banner Horse, right?
Yep,
So it goes from 27 down to...
13.
well, down to
13 to
6 for the Banner Horse, and 13 for you.
Yep.
Fawkes, we got one coming at you and Windstar right now. And this is at a very similar level. I'm going to just roll it here because it won't do the d6 the way it should be. To be 32 lightning damage. So Fawkes, I'm going to keep your dex save from earlier. You succeed. And I see that roll for Windstar, which your aura is +9, right?
Yeah.
And is Windstar blessed?
Windstar
God,
didn't
they were.
roll yet.
Huh?
Windstar didn't roll yet.
They went to GM, sadly. Also, they
Yeah.
have magic resistance because they're
Does Windstar actually have magic resistance? Lol.
the unicorn. Lol.
So Windstar succeeds with your auras. So it's gonna be half damage. It's gonna be quarter damage for Windstar. So it's gonna be 8 on Windstar and 8 on you as well, Fawkes. As it's halved and then halved again from Switch's thing.
It should be 6, right? Because it's 27, then down to 13, then down to 6, right?
This is the second lightning bolt going at them.
Oh,
It's a different lightning bolt. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the third one is going to cast a spell. This one is going to be targeting you, Lance and Sword, as it casts a spell of confusion. So Lance and Sword, I need you guys to roll me wisdom saving throws, as it can target you around the pillar with this, and you can see its tentacles like wriggling and the mucus kind of squishing between.
Oh, I don't think I can bless off that.
Oof. Yeah. What's the DC? I mean, sorry. What's your total, Lance?
With +9 is 20.
He's not within.
Uh-oh.
Not within range. They moved up.
No, he's outside of the Venn diagram.
It's
All right.
rough when you go first in the paladin party.
Yeah, because the paladins are slow. All right, in that case, you are confused, Lance, as that is a total of 13, not quite enough. What does confusion do? It doesn't look like this incapacitates you,
It does not.
which is whack. I thought this would incapacitate you and drop your thing, but it does not. Well, I guess they aren't the best. All right, yeah, you just have to roll to see what happens. There are otherwise no immediate negative consequences here. Fuck's sakes, your move.
Oh boy. I'll move up to Lance and Sword.
Okay.
Stand like 10 feet in front of them. Or
Okay.
in front of them.
Yeah, sure. You're gonna make your way up. So that would put you again. We're gonna go in 5-foot increments because of So it would put you 65 feet from where the circle spellcasters are.
Okay. I'll take my time. Unhood myself. Like, who am I? None of your business. I'll use my action to Radiant Soul and flare up my hair. Really bright eyes. The bonus action, start playing Blinding Lights and give myself an inspiration. Give Lance the inspiration die. Some music.
Excellent.
End of my turn.
Cool. All right. Next in the order, we move to Switch.
Are these boys practicing social distancing?
These three, yeah, actually, they're about 15 or 20 feet apart each.
Okay.
There's one a little offset in the middle. He's kind of a little bit to the, probably to the stage left is how I'm going to call it, which is the direction that Lance and Sword and now Fawkes are, right? Because he went to go cast a confusion. The other two are on either side of the pulpit at the end. Yeah, they're each about 15 feet apart.
Okay. I'm going to go to the stage left boy.
Cool.
And that is going to be a trampling charge from the...
Oh, how fast is your creature?
60, right?
Yeah, he's 90 feet from you where you are at the beginning of your turn.
Then I guess we're going to Misty Step to get that trampling charge in.
All right, so you... I love this. So the idea, right, is like, I imagine it's not like during the movement, like it's not the beginning or the end of the movement, it's halfway in the middle. You're charging forward and there are like pews in the way and just you Misty Step past them and continue the charge. All right, Go ahead and make the trampling charge attack against this this creature. 24. Yeah, that
DC 14 strength saving. Not.
Let me just mark him. This is the one. This is technically the middle one because there's one that is more left, but he's further back a little bit. This is the furthest up one. All right, that was a strength saving throw, you said.
Yep.
Yikes.
DC 14.
18. Lucky roll.
Yeah. Okay, so he might not be immune to Great.
No clue. I mean, it doesn't look like he'd be immune to prone.
Okay.
It doesn't look like he's necessarily flying or anything. He is like hovering a little bit now that you're like up close to him. He's not like totally moving, just walking along the ground. He's kind of floating above it. And as you get up there, yeah, he's definitely an undead mind flayer.
Okay.
21 will definitely hit. The 10 will definitely not.
All right, and we're gonna smite on that one.
Okay.
And this is an undead, correct?
Yeah, this is absolutely an undead.
We are going to smite at the second level?
Cool. So that's what, 548? Nearly the highest. Caps out, I think, at 5.
New Errata made it so that you cap out at 6 against undead.
Yeah, because the undead one.
Yep.
All right.
But yeah,
the
this is undead. So that's why it's 48, not 3.
You smack him for another 15. The light flashes from your lance as it strikes it. It seems kind of surprised that you came right up at it.
Does it seem to be weak against Radiant, or?
No, not immediately, not obviously. Obviously, like, it worked. It did full damage.
Okay. So that's
we'll take
2
it,
Misty Steps and a second level smite. That's all of my second levels gone. And then I should still have protection from good up.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason you'd have it down.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Cool.
That's my turn.
Lance, your move. You can see 65 feet up ahead. Switch has just gone in. Oh, what does that do on the classic confusion?
Oh no.
Oh, you don't move or take actions this turn. I'm very sorry, Lance. Oh wait, this was the one who cast the confusion. Actually, let me roll his concentration.
Huh.
I mean, I don't want to screw you out of that. How much total did you do? 28.
28.
So that means
so the DC is 14.
Unfortunately, yeah, it just barely makes it. So yeah, unfortunately, Lance, you are just kind of zonking out with the confusion.
You know, that's okay, because I still have bonus action.
Well, you still have Ronnie.
And that.
It says actions plural.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
won't take any actions. Just a
Bonus action does unfortunately count. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I will nonetheless have Ronnie. Actually, I don't think he even needs to swoop in. Let me check the range. There are some that are within 20 feet of one another, right?
Oh yeah, any two are within 20 feet of each other. If it's a 20-foot radius, you can get all three, but then you'd also get switch.
Unfortunately, it's only a 10-foot radius.
Cool, but you're gonna nail a pair of them.
I'll nail a pair of them. And
Okay.
we'll, of course, include the one that has the
The confusion. Yeah, excellent, no problem. Ronnie flies down, and how does this look, Lance, as Ronnie unleashes this attack?
Oh, Ronnie's still flying up there, but will sort of catch his wings as he pulls them up and seems to hang in the air for a moment. Shooting down from around him is a massive pillar of fire and radiance.
Excellent, I love it. They don't love it though. They do have lesser cheating, so they have advantage on saving throws against
That
magic.
should be a DC 16, not 14.
Okay, well, they get wow, one of them actually succeeds, which unfortunately it is the one that was currently concentrating, because I'm just going left to right in my brain. They wouldn't have disadvantage for any reason, I don't think. So, all right, that's going to be 32 damage, so 16 to that one who's getting you, and he maintains his concentration.
Does Lance get to make a save?
The other one,
He does.
at the end of his turn, he definitely will. The other one will take the full 32 points of damage, and it hisses. And you're not sure if the hissing is the creature being mad or the boiling and bubbling of its gooey, slimy flesh. Brutal hit.
And Ronnie will kind of bang stage left and get behind a pillar.
Yeah, easy enough for Ronnie to do. Go ahead and roll me a new save at the end of your turn. You have, I believe, the aura of Fawkes.
Oh,
So that's a
yeah.
+5 to the roll. And you have an inspiration token? Yeah, all right. Is there a reason you'd have an advantage? Oh, your shield.
My shield.
Heck yeah. Yeah, easy success. You best the confusion. No longer really mattering that it's concentrating anyway. All right. Sword Coheir. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was the end of the list. Cool. Sword. What's your move?
Okay, you said all three of them are within 20 feet.
If you have a 20-foot radius, you could hit all three of them, but keep in mind, Switch would also be within that radius.
If it's a spell, go for it.
It's not just.
What are you thinking of, Sword?
Ooh, it's like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just. And throwing a flame strike.
Oh, running it back, flame strikes, back-to-back flame strikes. You going for the same two as that Ronnie just hit?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit all three of them.
Flame strikes got a 10-foot radius, unfortunately, so it's only going to be able to hit two of them.
Oh, I was thinking about my insect plague. That's what has the 20-foot radius.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah, I'll just hit those two then.
Cool. It's dexterity. First one succeeds again. Second one fails again, which is really not what he wanted at that point. All right, so that's a total of 31 damage. Jesus. All right. And then it'll be halved for the other one. He loses concentration. There's nothing. It doesn't matter anymore.
Okay.
There's no. I'm sorry. I guess you're right. He's still concentrating on nothing.
Unless he chooses. You can end concentration at any time.
But here's the thing, like, right? I think as a player, I can gamify, right? Oh, it doesn't matter. He's concentrating anymore. But he doesn't know that it's not affecting Lance anymore. He has no. Lance is out of his sight. He has no reason to believe that Lance is not still under the effect of the confusion spell.
Oh, that's
my kind of thought process.
That's a cool decision.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it makes sense for that guy.
Sure.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Sword? Do you want to move up at all, or are you going to stay behind the pillar? I think the way, because Fawkes is kind of out in the open, you could move up behind the next pillar, but still be within Fawkes' aura based on how they're spaced.
Yeah.
You want to
I think I'll do that.
What was that, Fawkes?
Yeah, like at least 20 feet since.
Yeah, exactly.
10 feet forward.
Cool. So you move 20 feet forward, staying within Fawkes' aura, but slowly moving up on these guys. It's now the circle's turn. Zibababa. Let's go circle magic. The one up in the front near you, Switch, is going to
just end their life because they're fighting an ancient paladin and they have spell.
No, it's going to cast mirror image upon itself. It's going to cast mirror image, so it's mirror image now. That's a really injured one.
Oh boy.
And I'm just going to click it just so I remember how it works. What does it have? 3 duplicates?
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. The one that's a little bit behind it, but furthest stage right, so the furthest right one, will move up and then take a mind blast at you, Switch, you and your Bannerhop. And it goes bzzz. But like you, I'd like you and your Warhorse Bannerhop to roll me Indulgence saving throw. I don't think you have the plus 12 right now.
Yeah, just -5.
Okay, so that is it's still
21.
a success. You evade the mind blast without much difficulty. And
I think my horse might die either way, but we can try it.
well, the horse, it doesn't do any damage on a success. This is one of those few abilities that does nothing if you succeed.
Let's see, Versailles.
So go ahead and let's give the horse a try.
Okay.
12, and then what's your aura?
+4, so
4.
that just makes it.
And then
16, so it succeeds. Nothing happens. Horse is fine.
cool.
All right. The other one, oh man, what a shame. This is bad.
Also mind blast.
No, it's going to try and disintegrate you.
Doesn't that also hit its allies too?
It would if there was an ally within the cone. That's why it moved up a little bit so it wouldn't hit its friend.
Oh.
Actually, it's a 60-foot cone, isn't it?
Yep.
It's a big
Oh.
cone.
It's
Wait a minute.
very large cone.
Wait a minute.
I had to move.
Sword, I
90
think you need to roll me a save too. Because you moved up. You were 65 feet. Now
Yeah,
you're
I was
50,
behind the
now
pillar,
you're
though, wasn't
45. Yeah, I
It
don't
doesn't
care about
say it
cover.
matters. It's just a psychic blast.
Yeah. But you do have Fox's +5, and you succeed anyway.
I didn't need anything for it.
Yeah. And Fawkes, you're just out of range. No. Yeah, because you moved 10 feet up, so you'd still be within 5 feet. You'd be at 55 feet from this guy. I need it from you too.
Oh, 55.
Yep. I don't think it matters, but go for it. Yeah, you're good.
Close.
Oh, Fawkes, you also have a horse, right?
Yeah.
Or a Windstar? Yeah, no problem. These mind flayers suck, guys. We don't care about them. They're chumps. So everyone succeeds on this mind blast, except for Lance.
They
who didn't
look
have to be.
scary.
They do look real scary. But this one's going to try and disintegrate you, Switch. So I do need you to roll me another dexterity saving throw. That's the third one up there.
Let me change the aura so it's accurate.
Wow, terrible disintegrate roll. Absolutely awful. So many ones and
That
twos.
is actually
They look scary, but
You take 65 points of force damage.
divided
65.
by
Divided by 2 because of your aura.
yeah. So 32.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. They look scary, but disintegrations. All right. That's the circle. Fawkes, your move.
I'll just take my sweet and time, scroll up
Mhm.
he's 10 feet in jump, so 20 feet, I guess, right? So he's still in my aura. And
Okay.
yeah, just
Now,
very
Lance is no
casually
longer in
walking
your
up
aura.
and oh, Lance is no longer in. Can I get
But-
him in my aura? Get both of them?
Lance also goes before the enemy, so
Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna leapfrog this.
Yeah, okay. We're the safety spots. You can like jump in.
hmm
Oh yeah, Lance was frozen. That explains why. Okay.
Yep.
Then I will use my action to just power up again. Like as I'm getting closer to them, I'm just growing brighter and brighter with light as I use my channel divinity, the sacred weapon, and cause my sword to glow. As my action, and then as my bonus action, I will cast Divine Favor.
Okay. You have cast a
Cool.
divine favor.
Divine Favor is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a bonus action, it is, but yeah, so-
Would my protection from evil and good apply to anything?
Just thinking about that, actually.
Yeah.
I wanted to think about that.
Do you want me to post it again?
Protection from evil and good.
Disadvantage on attack rolls. Can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
So yeah, it does not affect these saves. Which I thought it did, but I guess it's a really good level 1 spell anyway, so.
So
The
half
creature
of
has advantage on
32,
any new save rolls. you may say?
16.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I do actually need to make a con save though to keep it
Yeah.
up.
DC 16. You've got it. All right, cool. So, who's next? Is that the end of your turn, Fawkes? You move up and you boost some more?
Yep.
All right. Switch.
Coming as imminent death approaches them.
Soon. Doom will come to these mind players.
I'll move back,
Okay.
provoking an attack of op, right?
Yeah, you could do that. They do not attack of opportunity you.
Okay. Then I'll trampling charge.
Oh, okay. So you charge all the way back. I realize that would attack of opportunity your horse too, wouldn't it? They might attack of opportunity the horse.
Sure.
Yeah, they'll definitely do that.
Okay.
Which they'll miss. Okay, so go ahead and make your trampling charge.
Ooh, close though. 19 to hit for 15 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Does
19.
it hit one of the mirror images?
Yeah, let's find out. Yep,
Roll
so
a
hit one of the mirrors.
14.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Then the trampling charge doesn't matter. But
Okay.
it was good to get that out of the way, and then we're going to attack once with the lance. 18.
Okay. 18 will hit. Let's see if we hit a mirror image. We gotta roll a
9.
8 or higher. So yeah, we hit a mirror image.
So that's 2 down, correct?
Yep. There's only one left.
Let's see if we hit a mirror image.
You hit him, and you'd have to roll an 11 or higher. So you hit him with that one.
Okay,
One
so
hit.
I actually do damage this time.
Yeah, you hit him. You damage him this time.
Right, then we're gonna smite at the 3rd level.
Okay, and you're going for the same one. Yeah, of course you're going for the same one. He's a mirror image one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sashar. So 33 total.
Oh, My goodness. All right, he is in a world of hurt. He is barely hanging on as you've just almost basically annihilated him. He's in rough shape.
Cool.
Anything else?
I'm gonna continue to move away because I had to move 20 away, 20 towards, and then move 20 away once again.
Okay, and where are you headed? Which direction?
Towards the other two.
Okay, that gets you to within 20 feet of Fawkes, but that's about it. Because Fawkes is still 45 feet. After.
No, not towards my allies, towards the enemy.
Oh, okay, you're just going past this guy toward the other mind flayers. Gotcha.
Well, how far away are they actually?
One of them is about 15 feet to the right of that one you were just bashing. He's the one who moved over to Mind Blast. And the other one is about 15 feet further back. And that one's been harmed.
Get in the middle of the three?
Yeah, no problem. You do that.
Okay.
All right. Lance, Silverblood.
Okay, let's get this going. I will run up and give Fawkes a slap on the butt.
Hey, Manimore, thanks. Right. Sorry, I'm blind. Go ahead, Lance.
No problem. And I'll give Fawkes a slap.
Oh.
Oh, you know the good stuff.
As we continue to just boost the heck out of Fawkes.
Fawkes, thanks. Your weapon glows with a holy power. As anything else you'd like to do, Lance?
I will hold an action to take the dash action when Fawkes moves past me to move further and deeper into his aura at the end of his turn.
Heck yeah! Alrighty. Sword, what would you like to do?
Okay, are any of those within any of the remaining dead flayers within the auras of Lance or
Oh, terribly sorry. One last thing.
Yeah?
Ronnie
Ronnie.
will swoop out and burning hands the mind flayer closest to Switch. I'm assuming that's the most damaged one.
Yeah. Definitely. 7 foot.
16 dex save.
And what a value, Ronnie. Ronnie, you kill him. His duplicate matters not as he burns to death beneath the 7 burning hands damage. Ronnie brings out this flame and the mind flayer crumbles to ash.
And Ronnie will bank back to swoop behind another pillar.
Alrighty, now we're on to Sword. What would you do, Sword?
how close is Switch to the other?
Switch is like immediately between the other 2 remaining mind flayers. They're each about 10 feet, 15 feet from him, maybe. You're right now. Her, apologies. Yeah, currently you're about 45 feet from the mind flayers.
Damn.
But if you moved, I mean, you could be within 15 feet of him if you wanted. The other 2 mind flayers are pretty spread out. There's one in the middle that just went down.
Yeah, and that's the one I was near. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and activate my Radiant Soul and move up behind another pillar.
Alrighty, so you're gonna just scoot way ahead. Are you gonna go way ahead, or are you gonna just go up so you're still within Fawkes' aura?
I think they're going way ahead because they said they're activating. Activating radiant consumption.
So you're just going right up, basically to the front. You're gonna be within 15 feet of that backmost mind flayer, just hiding behind a pillar.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right.
End of your turn, it does radiant consumption damage, right?
No, I think he's the protector, Aasimar.
Yeah, I'm protector.
Yeah, it's not. I used the wrong name, but it's that ability.
And then I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to throw out my spiritual weapon while I'm.
Cool.
As soon as I can find it on the list. And just add in a D4.
Okay. All right. Is that the end of your move?
Yep.
All right.
Did it hit or?
Oh Oh, I'm sorry, spiritual weapon. 15. Yeah, you do. You definitely hit him. I'm sorry. Go ahead and give it to me. I didn't even notice. I'm blind. Are you going for the one that you had hit before, or are you going for the uninjured one?
Aren't they all injured from the flame strikes?
No, one has been out of all of the flame strikes so far. Which one was it?
I'm going to attack the one that's already been injured.
Google. Wow, is that an upcast spiritual weapon?
Level 4.
Holy moly. Well, I mean, that hits it like a truck. It is looking beat. All right. At the end, it's the circle's turn. They are going to each cast spells at Switch, and they're going to cast a spell of magic missile upon you, Switch.
Go ahead.
All right. Oh my god. It won't upcast that. Where's my level 7 magic missiles?
Level 7, so that's just 3 times.
Yeah, just
It's
3 times
74.
7.
Okay, so 21 force damage from the first one.
Wait, no, it's not 3 times 7.
It should be
Because it's 3 for level 1.
3, and then
one
it should be
additional.
9 times 3.
So yeah.
So
Because
9
that
times.
Yeah, 9
27.
times.
Yeah.
27 halved is 13.
Okay, and then there's another level 7 magic missile coming at you. Oh, this one's gonna be 9 times 4, so that's 36 halved,
Yep.
19. As these they wave their tenderly tentacles, and yeah, these bolts of arcane energy fly across the room at you. The one far in the back moves to like retreat. The uninjured one, he moves into, or basically up on top of the kind of raised pulpit area, and toward a back door, which would lead into like the most holy reflecting chamber of Helm or whatever. So that's, he's only got 30 feet of movement, so he only gets to the big like golden door. He doesn't actually go through it. The other one's holding its ground, it seems. Fuck's sakes, your move.
Imagine each of their tentacles has a magic missile that shoots out of them.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's just, they just blast out. Basically vomits magic missiles at you.
Like,
Ew.
or something. Okay. I am so ready to get onto this. I will use Windstar will charge up.
Windstar charges.
I just will dismount so they can attack him. Boy who's fighting Switch. So let's see how they're doing.
Okay. So where are you going and where's Windstar going?
I'm going to the one by the Golden Gates.
Okay. I mean, there are currently no golden phalli that you can see, albeit on some of the brass plates on the wall that depict the stories of the gods. There are definitely some nude gods.
I think what Fawkes meant is the Golden Gates.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I understand. I understood that. I was just, what do we call, trolling a little bit. Yeah, Windstar is attacking the other one, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really low.
Go ahead and make your attacks for Windstar.
So
Against...
with a trampoline charge, he's traveling 20 feet in the straight direction.
Yeah, you get the trampoline charge. And who is blessed?
Windstar is actually.
Is it? Okay. Now I believe even with the bless, that's not gonna do it.
Oh yeah, he's poisoned. Okay, maybe.
Yeah. I wasn't even gonna actually have him be poisoned. I don't actually care about that. But I don't think he has advantage for any reason. The hooves,
Okay,
however.
well, he's still crit, and then the charge is on the horn. So.
Oh damn! You're right.
Yeah.
All right, so he
it's
hits the
a
trample charge.
forge.
Wee baby! All right, it's gonna be 28 points of damage. Wow! All right,
What up?
I mean, he doesn't die, but he's very injured. And now he's
Don't forget that you need to roll 2d as well.
for what?
He has Divine Favor, which is a self-cast spell.
Oh, so yeah, 2d4 for the divine favor. All right. Oh, you know what? That he dies. He exactly dies. As the horn flares with radiant power, the Alhoon burns up, stabbed in the face with the unicorn horn. And Windstar goes,
Oh,
because
these are
of-
Alhoon.
yeah, these are Alhoons.
I love Alhoon.
Yeah. Albert Hoon is a good friend of mine.
They are such good monsters. Like in
They're
lore.
actually
They
pretty
are just, yeah, they're pretty lit. Okay.
No,
I
you're
guess
going
I'm
for
up
the
to
other
next-
one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I will attack.
Yep, yep. Oh my god.
Nope.
What a roll. Holy moly, my dude.
Shall I extend you a smite, my friend, in these trying times?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright,
Go ahead.
let me slap a
Give.
first level one on there.
Yeah, so it's just a little lowly 49 points of damage without a crit. As
yeah.
you shing, just rip, and you have to say string every time you do it
Every time, yeah.
to get the extra 2 damage from your Scabby
Yeah,
McScabbard
the
face.
just super
Scabby
important.
McScabbard face says, yum, I want their blood. Because he does that in your mind every time. You're just so used to it.
Yeah.
Yum, 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 yum.
The second attack's not as high, but here,
Okay.
because
I mean, that'll connect. God's sacred weapon does so much damage. All right, you're gonna nail him for 43 more damage. All right. He went
weapon
from
doesn't even do damage. It's holy weapon. Thank you, Lamp.
uninjured to almost dead. As
I'm
this
gonna transform my sword into the dancing blade.
I think it's
bonus
when
action.
you attack, right?
Dancing blade.
No, the sword transformation. It's not after you
yeah,
attack.
yeah,
it's
it's
when
when
you
you
attack. So were there any bonuses you were accounting for in that last one from the sword? It doesn't look like it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you crit with the dancing sword because lol.
Lol. I'm throw a third level smite.
Now, before you do that, do you want to do that?
Oh, we're just doing this for damage. It doesn't even matter. It's not.
Okay.
If it's already.
Well, you actually can't smite on the dancing blade because you're not making the attack, right? Actually, that's a question. Can you?
Yeah, I think so.
Melee weapon attacks, so no.
Um,
Isn't it melee weapon attack? What are you talking? Because it's a melee weapon. Let me look.
yeah, you do not make the attack. The sword does. You command the sword to attack. So I do not believe you get the smite on it.
Use your abilities to do it.
But if you want just to know what it would have been,
Oh.
you can roll it anyway.
I'm just gonna look at the damage. That's nice.
All right. Well, he's dead anyway. Just in case you were wondering, he was dead without that.
I know. I just wanted to look at the numbers.
Yeah.
You said a
Uneasy
You said a
96
third-
damage.
you said a third level smite, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
this-
You missed
Missing
2d8. Yeah. So it would have been an easy, just a nice smooth. That went from 96 to like 100 and something.
oh shit! I actually rolled worse.
But yeah, you slash upwards, and your dancing blade decapitates this undead mind flayer creature. Its slimy, tentacled head falls to the ground, and its body, wearing its former priestly garments, collapses and just lays strewn about the ground before you.
Yeah,
What would,
Fawkes, the illithid executioner. I'll slap my sword back onto my shoulder and just open up the door.
Switch, what would you like to do?
At the end of Fox's turn, Lance will sprint up after him.
All
I
right.
would like to.
Yep,
I would like to
already
lay on hands. 50.
Okay. You touch yourself and heal an outrageous amount.
Whoa. Excuse me.
I mean, you lay on hands and heal an outrageous amount. You happy now?
Yeah.
Do you move at all?
I'm going to. Yeah.
I guess
move-
what I'm trying to get is, are you guys just continuing to blitz forward into the next chamber, or
ASAP.
This way we keep us up.
okay? So switch, you charge forward.
I'm also gonna like take a look. Did these dudes have any outstanding gear?
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like they had any sort of equipment.
Ooh, next room.
Not even like wands and magic missiles.
So switch, you run up to the front, where Lance and Fawkes currently stand. Lance, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You stand before this golden door. This doorway is actually fairly small. It's a normal sized doorway. It's going to be difficult for a mount to come through here at all. Forget about be ridden through it. This is clearly an inner sanctum, right, where only the highest priests would go to convene and commune directly with the gods.
Could I have dismounted then?
Yeah, you could have dismounted, no problem.
And put away my lance as an item interaction.
Sure. What was that, Fox? What was your question?
Do you know who can fit through it?
You, probably. Yeah. All right, Sister Sarah. Somehow Sister Sarah has not been blasted by any of the mind blasts or lightning bolts or anything, and they are lumbering up the way behind you.
Real slowly.
Yeah, they're maybe halfway across this huge cathedral area. That was a very tactical move, by the way, hopscotching up the left side behind the columns. But yeah, Lance, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You stand before this golden doorway to the inner sanctum where this mind flayer creature was trying to retreat.
Are we ready to open and rush in, gentlemen?
Yeah, I'll like grab everybody's hands and like form a,
I don't know why you keep referring to me as a gentleman.
I mean, it seems excessive to say lady and gentleman. And ladies and gentlemen would be correct, so it's easier to do gentlemen
We
as a...
are in the Academy of Light. It is acceptable to say bros.
Bro, I'm sorry, I'm not as suave as most paladins. Bro? Okay, if we're going up, I will death ward myself and enter the door.
Very well. Lead the way, bro.
You death ward yourself? As you open the doorway, immediately, it's just like a putrid scent just pours through the open golden door.
it's the locker room.
It smells like heaps of rotting carcasses in various stages of decay, and you can see, as you look down, there appears to be just, little piglets. Or they were little piglets. They have been cracked open like eggs, and their skulls seem rather hollow. Their bodies strewn about, decaying.
In character, do we know about intellect powers?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I think it's fine. You can say you've heard something like that.
If these guys want to eat my mind, they're not going to get any nutrients.
But yeah, you don't see anyone within the Chamberlands. You can see that there are definitely some desecrated, like, relics and things that would be on display in this area. But beyond that, you hear a voice call out, "Enter."
Are there any leftover brains?
Lance, what would you like to do? You've opened the door. Do you want to move in?
We're doing this?
Do we have a choice?
Fair point. I will enter the
Hey, little guy, can you smell what direction that voice is coming?
The little pig pokes his head out, sees all the dead pigs, goes, "Oh!" and faints.
I'll have Ronnie come in and land on the back end of
Of whom?
Jeremiah.
I don't know if Jeremiah's not going to be able to fit through this doorway.
Oh, okay. In that case, he'll land on Fox's shoulder, get the big
The
And are
big
you
file.
leading the way, Lance, or no?
And I enter the room.
All right. You step in. As you do so, you can see in this chamber there were all sorts of probably ancient reliquaries or relics, right? The pinky of some ancient cleric or paladin, the first chalice from whence holy water was supped, right? All sorts of various different things, all now in decay. You see these rotting pigs simply strewn about the chamber. And
Two of the party are Aasimars. Did either of you use your healing?
Not yet.
To your far left, as you enter, you look in, and it's about 30 feet in, maybe? It's not super far. There is a large kneeling statue of what would be probably Helm, or some deity.
Hey, wait a second. That guy owes me money.
Yeah, clearly it once was supposed to depict a deity, but at this point, the brilliance of it has been reduced to mere rust. It's just a big, kneeling, rusted heap. And before it, sitting upon a hovering throne, which again, probably co-opted from some holy relic, is a very ancient-looking mind flayer being. It has ragged, wriggling tentacles. You can see that its skin droops and hangs from its flesh. And yeah, it looks toward you as you enter in, and just waves a hand. It's wearing brilliant, now tattered and ruined priestly garments.
Could I try to think at it?
Well, you don't see it, Farku. We're on Lance's turn still. This is all just Lance has entered the room.
As I enter and see this thing, I will pause, look back at the party, and take like one step backward to get in the overlap of the paladin aura.
You duck back into the hallway. You just hear the voice.
I stay in the room. I just am like barely 10 feet.
Okay. All right. We in that case move to the next initiative. Sword, what would you like to do? You want to move in?
You know what? How big does this room look from out?
Maybe like 50 feet across.
Can I see anything in there, or is it just pitch black?
Well, you can see it's light. It's always light here in the Academy of Light. That is one of the standing consecrated effects of the place. So yeah, you can see inside of it. You see the desecrated relics, the tapestries in the wall stained with the blood of piglets, their brains devoured. Do you just enter into the room? Because if you do, you see that mind flayer sitting upon his floating throne.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go in.
If I cure wounds myself, does that also affect my horse?
No, I don't believe so, but I can check.
It's touch, not self.
Yeah, I'll double check it. Sorry, Sword, your turn. You go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and I'll see the mind flayer and throw out an insect bite.
All right, you just immediately release some spell magic upon him.
Yep.
Okay, he will counterspell. Zip out. He will just cast it at 3rd level, which means he's got to roll. What's the DC on that?
17.
Okay, so he's got to roll.
No, he has to roll 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was getting at. Okay, so he's got to roll 15 or higher. He might fail this. Yeah, he does.
Ooh,
the
wow.
counterspell fails. Your insect plague wafts out. Okay. And what does this do?
It's a DOT in a set zone.
Okay.
Concentration, and creature takes 4d10 piercing damage on and half on DC 17.
Does it do anything immediately? Is what I'm asking, right?
It functions like Spirit Guardians. It's
Yeah, I
just
think-
it
doesn't it,
stays
like,
in one
obscure?
place instead.
This is Insect Plague? Yeah, the sphere is difficult terrain. The area is lightly obscured. Okay. So when the area appears, it has to roll a Constitution saving throw or take piercing damage. Okay, I'm gonna roll that Constitution saving throw, which it will succeed. And how much piercing damage does it deal?
This one rolled 19.
Cool. All right, you hit him for 19 points of damage. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Sword? You're currently just in the room, or do you also try and run away?
I'll move my my spiritual weapon up, but I know it won't.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty far off, I think. It'll probably take 2 turns to get in here, so that was 1 turn of movement. Where are you? Where do you physically end your turn?
As I come in, I just kind of move off to the side after I catch sight of the mind
Okay,
flare.
just make some room,
And just
basically.
let everybody through.
Okay. I'm trying to find the phrasing for your ability switch, but I can't find it. Faladar, at the end of your turn, actually this will be at initiative count 20, he will call the Faithful, which is his lair action. Wait, no, it's a bonus action. I'm sorry, he won't do that. I apologize. Where's his lair? Oh, he doesn't have lair. Why didn't you have lair, my boy? All right, he'll use a legendary action, I guess. Lance and Sword. He uses a mind blast at you. So he's just going to let out this wave of psionic energy. Zip up. It'll be 35 points of psychic damage. And I need you both to roll me those intelligence saving throws. Now, Lance, I think you're still in at least one paladin's aura, because yours at the end of the hallway, which doesn't matter. You succeed. Sword, however, takes a 35 psychic damage and is currently stunned. You get blasted. I don't believe that breaks your concentration, though, does it? Because the stun is a weird mechanic in 5e.
I'm not sure how stun works.
No, you're incapacitated. So yeah, it does unfortunately break your concentration on the insect plague. As you get whacked.
I figured he'd move out of the way either way.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty nasty. Yep.
All right. That was his legendary action. And fuck's sakes, it is your turn. And he goes, I am not to be trifled with.
You are not prepared.
Okay.
Other memorable video game quotes.
How far is it?
You charge in. What's your speed?
It is 30 feet normally.
30 feet. So yeah, you charge into the room. It takes about 20 feet or 15 feet of movement to get into the room, and now he's about 30 feet to your left, just floating on his throne.
So
Do I go after Fawkes?
Who knows?
yeah, I'll bonus action Dreams of War dash like for the next 30 feet. So I
Okay.
get to him, and I'll just start cutting away.
Cool.
I'll be. Do you even have your like elder brain nearby?
I need no elder brain.
You're gonna need some stitches after this. As I come around the corner, withdrawing my sword from the sheath. The sword that cuts the heavens. Ooh, great sword against them. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 total?
Yeah.
Yes, that'll hit.
Okay. Is he undead?
Yeah, no, he's undead.
Alright, first level
Kidding me?
smite.
Slap. All right, you'll hit him for what, 30 to 46.
As I swab through him upwards, I'll swing it around and cut up again. As I...
Okay. Oh, very nice, my dude. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Another third level slot
Third
smite?
level smite. So there's an actual this.
Actual 5d or 10d8.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. You rush forward and slash up at him with two mighty heaves.
Guess I'll end my turn. Holy shit.
All right, how much is that total?
Alright, let's do that.
28, 38, 42, 46 more damage. Cool. Right, that's where the math is. Yeah. All right.
Alright, I'll end my turn.
All right. Faladar's turn. Faladar says, "You will regret that, Paladin." He is going to reach forward and attack you in a melee form.
Vengeance for the Brothers of Light. Okay, come at me.
All right, he will attack you with his tentacles. 23.
Yes.
Does that actually miss you? Damn. Barely though. Barely. Okay. And now he will call the faithful. All right, let me roll that d4. Only 2. You see rising from the heaps of bodies, bedraggled creatures drag themselves out and move to attack you. They appear like twisted ghouls, afflicted by his terrible magics.
Sarah, help me! We got sex!
Not sword. Fawkes, they're both going for you. Because you're right up there on them. Oh.
I mean, Sarah's here too. You just...
And they will attack a 20 to hit, to miss, and a 24 to hit, which will
shit!
All right, so it'll be 11 slashing damage.
Oh,
and
no,
you're paralyzed.
Whoa, hold on, I have a dice from my music box.
I don't know if you still do.
I'll use my lucky rock, please!
What does the lucky rock exactly do?
Alright, let me see.
Or the unlucky rock?
Yeah.
Alright, stated they make after
An ability check or saving throw.
Cool. See, you want to re-roll it with the unlucky rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch me fail. Yeah.
All right, so you're paralyzed. Oh, that's a rough one. Please.
You are blessed. Oh, wait, you have the blessed
blessed
knot?
already.
Yeah, both already in there.
Wait, you
So-
don't have your Paladin aura is active. It's only the bless, isn't it?
That's why he's got a +7 to his save in the first place.
Oh, okay.
See,
All right.
See what happens, even with my
So
big
as
ass
the ghoul
board,
bites into your leg, you feel your body freeze up, and the lich cackles with joy. At the end of the ghoul's turn, the lich will use a legendary action. We love these. And now, what does he want to do with the legendary action? He's going to cast a spell of Disintegrate upon you. So you're paralyzed, right?
Yeah, give me the damage.
What does paralyzed do?
It's-
Automatic. So yeah, he will cast a spell of Disintegrate at you. He'll just cast it at 6th level. So it'd be 66 points of force damage. How's Fawkes doing?
Still good. I'm
Still up?
26 HP left.
All right. Alrighty. Now it's Switch's turn.
I move up. How far now?
How far do you move? After
30.
about 20 feet, you're in the building now. You're in the room.
Okay. How far away?
Pardon?
How far away are they from me after I move 30?
Fawkes is 30 feet from you. 20 feet from you after you move 30.
Okay. I am going to, at 3rd level, you have been judged and found wanting. Grovel before me.
With but a wave of his hand, your spell is countered. I think you will be doing the kneeling. As it just waves a hand at you.
You guys just fucking talking at each other.
What would you like to do, Switch? Anything else? That was a good move. I liked it. I liked the move. Just didn't work out.
No, that didn't work out at all.
No.
I don't think I have any bonus actions when I use a spell as my action, so I think that's it. I just sit here looking real stupid.
You're just looking real dumb.
Looking like a big old dummy.
Yeah, and as
My
you sit
paralyzed
there,
head back over it, Switch disappointed.
as you are standing there looking like a real dummy, the Mind Flayer actually like levitates up off of this chair. Actually, he can't do that as that action, can he? Yeah, all right. The chair suddenly falls to the ground. And as it does so, the large kneeling creature, or statue you thought it was, behind the Mind Flayer opens its eyes and rises. You see flakes of rust falling off of it and scattering upon the ground. And yeah, the Mind Flayer's stone throne kind of hits the ground with a loud thud. The Rust Golem goes. It takes a few steps forward as it rises and then takes probably 3 mighty steps, the last 15 feet, toward where Fawkes now lies paralyzed. Fawkes, as it gets up to you, a couple of you guys see some stuff. The light glowing on his sword goes out. The Mind Flayer Lich falls. A bunch of different things happen as you have entered, or I guess rather, the anti-magic field that emanates from the Rust Golem has now flown onto you, Fawkes.
Oh, am I still paralyzed? Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is not a poison. That is not a magical effect. That is like a blood thing, because lol elves. All right, it's gonna make 2 slam attacks against you, Fawkes, with its fists. It punches you once. It will hit you for 20 bludgeoning damage. And as it does so, your non-magical current armor begins to degrade. As within the anti-magic fields, magic items are treated as non-magical items. So, I gotta roll the extra 3d8 for the crit damage. 14. So it's a total of 34 damage with that punch. Are you still up?
Up, down.
All right. It continues to stomp forward, next toward you, Switch, because you are the next closest at 20 feet. And it will make a punch attack against you. Now, Switch, yours is a little different because your armor is adamantine. It's not magical.
Mm-hmm.
So lucky you, dog. It's also non-ferrous, but it will make its second punch attack against you, which I think it misses.
Yep.
Rust Golem. What a terrible creature. Lance, it's your turn.
Okay. Fawkes is down.
Fawkes is down, and Sword, who goes next, seems stunned currently.
Oh shit. Oh damn.
The only one currently within the Rust Golem's anti-magic field is Switch. Actually, I think you might be too, just because you were also near the entrance where Switch was.
If I move further,
Or you're
in,
just
will I
outside
provoke
of it. Sorry, go ahead.
moving through it further back towards Fawkes by provoking attack of opportunity.
Hard to say. This thing is a large, hulking creature, but much of it is rusted away. So it's like, how much of this... Yeah, it's hard to say. I think... I'm going to give it to you. You don't think so. You think that if you maintained a 10-foot distance from this guy, you'd be good.
Okay, I will strafe around him.
Okay.
It is terribly inconvenient that having that anti... Does it seem to be a cone, or would it seem to be apparent behind it as well?
I think as you like move around it, and you can feel the weight of your dwarven mail becoming heavier. It seems to be a radius centered on it.
Okay. Well, that's especially rough for clerics, so let's get the paladins back in action. I will dump a 4th level cure wounds into...
Okay. And this is into sword? Into Fawkes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Fawkes, keep in mind, currently your armor... Actually, your armor is non-ferrous, isn't it? Because it's the fucking air armor.
Yeah.
Lol. So yours doesn't take a -1 penalty.
Yeah.
Well, it just disappears when within the anti-magic field, which is not great, but
Oh no.
That's bad.
not a great one.
But 18 hit points restored to... Then...
Am I still paralyzed after I get back up?
Let me look.
He should be. All effects end after unconscious and death.
Yeah, I think you would be. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't is the problem.
I'd see why I wouldn't if like I died, but I just went down. So that makes sense. It's cool.
Yeah, it was just an unconscious thing. Yeah, because it's like it's in your blood, so I think it's still there.
Yep.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Lance?
Spiritual weapon or something?
Yeah, that's probably going to be the smartest move here. I will spiritual weapon the illithid lich thing.
All right, the Illitholich is this monster.
Little itch.
And I'll swing it.
Okay.
That only roll
the hit first, but
Isn't that
Nothing to
supposed
shake
to add your wisdom too?
They got rid of all of the attack rolls for attack spells.
Oh my god.
roll 20. Do. It's really great. We love it. Oh, yeah, you hit him.
Do you want me to reroll or leave it with the 2?
I'll let you reroll.
Reroll the damage because it's showing all
Add your
one.
wisdom, right?
I do add my wisdom, which is another +4, so 12.
Okay. 12. Okay. And as soon as the golem leaves, by the way, the lich's area, the floating throne begins to float again. It looks like that must just be a aspect of the throne that it floats. Okay.
And I'll have Ronnie sweep through and from a distance, sacred flame
Well,
the lich.
before you do that, Lance, I will say Ronnie has some other abilities that you could use to remove some unfortunate effects on some of your players, your party.
Oh, that is
Just a
very
reminder.
true.
I know you're still getting used to them.
Thank you.
Oh, is Ronnie cool?
Ronnie's tears can bring back the dead. What, feathers can cure any ailment or something? I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's pretty sweet. I'll have Ronnie come sweeping in toward and land on the paralyzed Fawkes' face as
Okay.
he will flutter a bit and a bit of Phoenix down get
Alrighty.
as he is restored.
Alrighty. Is that the end of your turn and Ronnie's turn?
That is the end of our turn. Yeah.
At the end of that turn, the Illithlich will use legendary stuff because it can.
Thank you, brother.
And it's going to look at you, Lance, and it's going to say, "That can never do." And with a point of his finger, he casts a spell. Would anyone like to try and counter spell or something of the sort? All right, Lance, you die. He uses power word kill.
No,
You
I
have under
don't.
100 hit points?
I do, but I don't.
Holy sh! Oh, your death word. Now, what does death word say exactly of a forward kill?
It negates any insta-kill effect, meaning I am still full HP.
Well, what's the wording on forward kill?
If
I mean, sorry, on death word.
If I would drop to 0 hit points, I stay at 1. However, it negates any insta-kill effect.
But would you be killed instantly? Do you have more than 100 HP?
If the spell still in effect and the target was subject to effect that would kill it instantly without dealing damage. Oh, hot damn! So Lance, your taking the action to death ward is worth it as the power word kill like sizzles. I imagine it's almost like a slimy like burn as the invisible death ward burns off of you.
It, like phases off like ablative armor.
Yeah, beautiful. Wow, I didn't think it did that. I thought it did stuff if it didn't kill you outright. That being said, he didn't know, so. All right, shit. That's a 9th level spell out of the way. All right, Sword Coheir. You are unfortunately stunned.
You would have used it on me.
So I gotta roll which save?
It's an intelligence save. The DC is 18. He's very smart, but you do have Switch within 10 feet of you, which, what's interesting is Switch's aura, I think, still works in the anti-magic field.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Nope, that counts as an other magical effect is suppressed, so.
Wow.
Are suppressed in the sphere and can't protrude into it. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be able to protrude out of it, though.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is sword in the anti-magic field as well?
Sword is not, no. The anti-magic field seems very small, very localized.
Like inside of the anti-magic field, it looks like that inversion light. So it's, you know, the white is black and like blue is red.
Inverted colors?
Yeah, inverted colors.
So Sword, I think that you do not have the aura. Because I'm looking at it now, and it's, yeah, effects are suppressed within the sphere. So it's just the normal roll. I wish you the luck. The luck of the gods, my friend.
It's weird because
We still got bless per chance? Or
Yeah,
was that-
Bless is somehow still going.
if we're in the aura, we can hide from the Lich's magic attacks.
It's
But
a
then we have
trade-off.
to deal with the. It's really.
Good luck.
We're better off
sure.
just taking out the Lich because it's.
Yeah, not enough.
Unfortunately, the stun keeps a hold upon you. Fuck's sakes, it's your turn.
Okay. Well,
Actually, he's got... No, that was all 3 legendary.
Trade me places, Fox.
I'll stand up. This might work in that era.
No.
Big tongue clicking. Alright, I'll go attack the Lich for now.
Oh my god! Get the f over here so I can get my aura!
I can kill this guy and then come over, right?
Go ahead.
When Jeremy says go ahead, you fucked up.
Shishing! That's, yeah, you hit him. He can't use shield because you were unconscious and he counterspelled instead. How much damage is that total? 42.
So smite on him.
Okay. All right, he is looking really hurt.
Oh my god. He has no reaction, right?
You don't think so?
Did he have a turn? No, wait, he would have used his reaction to shield again. He's second attack hit.
You hit him.
Second level smite.
Do you have any smites left?
I used all my first levels.
Right, Switch is the one who's been banging.
So both of us are out of third level, and
No, I
Farku's out
didn't
of
use
first.
my third level because I couldn't, because it was a bonus action for that one. So I still have one third.
Don't you lie to us, you toad. Just said.
No, you know,
On the
one.
flying sword, yeah.
Yeah, but did I actually use?
No,
that?
Jeremy, did he actually use that
No.
slot? No.
Alright,
Okay,
cool.
then he gets third still.
That was flexing for posterity.
No, I'll give it to him.
Posterity.
All right, is that the end?
Bonus action, use my Grooves of War to run into the aura and switch places with the switch.
Okay, you
Switch
rush up
plate.
to switch.
Yeah.
Cool. Feldar's looking really, really fucking bad at the end of those. And now it's his turn. Huh?
What?
No, it's Feldar's turn. Feldar goes before you, bud.
No, he has a legendary action between.
No, he's got a legendary action whenever he wants to use his legendary actions. His turn is before yours.
Oh, so
But
confusing.
didn't he
boy.
just power word killed?
Yeah, that was his
That's
3 legendary actions.
Oh,
Once.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. He is, now it's his turn again. He's going to turn toward you, Lance, and he's going to say, I said that will not do. And he's going to, let's see if he recharges his Call the Faithful first. Oh,
Fucking ghouls.
oh, he does! Let's see how many ghouls he gets. 4 more. Oh, he's got 6 ghouls to go after him. And he just waves the ghouls to go after you, Lance. And then he is gonna, man, he's really injured. Like,
turn undead.
incredibly injured.
Oh boy.
He will, what's he gonna fucking do? Fawkes, you're in his thing. Which he don't like that.
That's how we feel, my dude.
Yeah, I know, right? I guess what his move is gonna be. Is shit. Man, it's very tough.
Oh wow. That's,
What have we done? I know he's going to disappear. He disappears.
Oh no.
Yeah, he appears to be gone with a flash of purple light. The ghouls now go. 6 ghouls charge after you, Lance. So they surround you and begin to attack. What's the AC to beat,
20-something.
Lance?
Oh, yes.
What's the AC to beat as the 6 ghouls go at you?
Meter beat 22.
All right, they got a pretty good odds. It's 1 hit. Now you're a half elf, right? Or you're an elf, so
I'm a wood elf.
you don't have to worry about any of these paralyzed rolls. 9 slashing damage for the first one. A miss on the second one. A 9 slashing damage on the third one. A miss on the fourth one. A miss on the fifth one. Oh, and a miss on the 6th one. But you currently are pretty much surrounded by these guys. They're on all sides of you, coming at you. Alrighty. Retaining your concentrations out the ass. That is all they do. Switch to your move.
I'm gonna step out of this goddamn.
As you do so, would you like to disengage?
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay, he punched.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. It shouldn't have advantage, but a 26 for 15 bludgeoning.
1, 2, 3, 5, and then.
God, I realized just how little this Rust Golem actually does to you guys until you start hitting it.
Yeah, so we're gonna continue to use him as our offensive aura.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to the ghouls,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take out baseball bat. I believe that is the weapon of choice for zombie evasions.
Sure.
Whomp.
Really
Does
hope
that
it's open for you.
That'll hit a
And
ghoul.
we're going to first level divine smite.
Are you sure you want to divine smite these ghouls? Wink.
With the crit, I kind of.
Just to do it? Okay. You
First
annihilate a ghoul.
Oh.
There are now 5 ghouls.
All right, another attack.
Okay.
22
it.
to hit.
Yeah. You kill another ghoul.
Cool.
All right. The rust golem.
When
Nope.
when I entered the anti-magic field,
Yeah.
did that stop my concentration on protection from good?
All right.
Doesn't stop concentration. just
That did it.
No, it suppresses. Does not stop. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Brain. All right. The rust.
Then I'm gonna try to get the attention of the rest of these. Enter.
Yeah, the rust golem just punches Fawkes sakes because you're right in front of him. Fawkes sakes. He punches you twice. Now, Fawkes, what is your armor class without the plate armor or any of the other magic stuff? Your plate armor doesn't exist in the anti-magic
11.
fields.
It's 11.
All right. Well, he punches you twice. He clobbers you.
Alright, second one brings me down.
All right, that's the rust golem. No, none of your armor corrodes because there isn't anything to corrode. Lance, it's your turn.
Okay, we will start this off with Ronnie is still over. Wait, no, he came to Fawn. So now Ronnie will fly over to Sword and use his reaction as I use my action to. Lesser restraint.
Heck yeah, Sword, you're no longer stunned.
All right.
And what are you doing, Lance?
That was my action. I can't healing word Fawkes because he's in anti-magic.
Now, I do want to just say from a game perspective, you guys can see this rust golem would never be able to leave through the doorway you came in.
Well, I don't think I have any bonus action. You know what? I'll spend another first level spell to bonus action Sanctuary again.
Cool. Would you like to move at all, or are you staying back in the room?
I think at this point I can scoot back towards the entrance.
Cool. You scoot back toward the entrance, and you can see at the end of the entrance hallway, there's the Litholich standing there. Looks like he is just kind of out on the pulpit a little bit, and he is looking toward you all, looking toward you specifically. And it looks like he might be casting some spells soon.
That's less than.
Wow.
As I see this, I will call on Ronnie, who has only used his reaction to cast the spell through, and have him.
Oh,
come
that was
up.
your action was to cast the last. I getcha. Gotcha.
My
Gotcha.
action,
Gotcha.
his reaction.
Gotcha. Use the regular old familiar stuff. I forget that Ronnie can do that.
Oh yeah. In fact, Ronnie can one up that as he will fly at the
Illithlich. Tough one.
There we go. And do his multi attack on him.
Oh heck yeah.
Oh heck yeah. Oh heck yeah.
Oh, heck yeah!
Is Ronnie gonna is Ronnie gonna kill this guy?
Fucking savage.
How much is that total? 9, 15, 19, 29, 33, 38, 46. Lance, how does Ronnie finish off the Alithalich?
So Lance runs around the corner, having done as much for his allies as he can, and turns around and sees the Alithalich, and he'll just kind of close his eyes and call to Ronnie. Just flies up low right behind Lance, so he's, in the shadow, and just suddenly whirling right from behind Lance's head, swerving at the last second to come shooting at the Alithalich. Ronnie will just beak it as he claws at its face, scorching and shredding.
And as he scorches and shreds the Alithalich, you see its form swirl and dissipate into a disgusting pile of slime at the ground, on the ground. Clearly defeated for now, but it's a lich.
We're going to have to find that.
And
What do they...
as that happens,
Samakyo?
you see the rust golem abruptly stop moving. Lance, Switch, or actually, Farku, you're the one who's currently in it. You suddenly feel the wafting air of your Orin plate reappear as seemingly the rust golem has stopped.
Yeah, I'm just lying on the floor.
I imagine the Orin plate is almost like, it's like very relaxing, right? It's cooling you off.
Yeah, it's air conditioned.
Exactly. The remaining 4 ghouls crumble and just die.
That was messy, but don't get me up.
I will pick up Farku with cure wounds to get him back on.
I'll cast masculine word on it.
You heal
It
up.
was messy, but we got the job done. Well,
What's the mess? Yeah. Shoot.
You find on the body of the Alithalich one magical item. That's really it. It appears to be an amulet that depicts the symbol of Helm.
oh my god, never mind. I don't need picking you up. I'll just get up.
And you find out very quickly that you can use that to control this rust golem.
So we have
Nice.
19, 20, 22. Farky, you have 22 then.
However, first, the rust golem can't leave this area. Doesn't seem to be able to leave the sanctity of this place.
Just this room or like the academy?
The academy grounds.
Well, this will be handy for securing the area.
Does it still have its anti-magic?
Yeah, you can turn it on and off at will while you hold the amulet.
At will. Oh my
yeah.
god.
Oh,
We should have this boy go fuck up the hag's life.
Fuck.
Well, I was gonna say,
God.
continuing to loot the place, you see most of the holy relics have been desecrated and ruined, except you find one golden chest in the back. After carefully checking that it's not trapped, it's not.
Does it happen to be dwarven?
Okay.
You crack that sucker open, and within you find 2 scrolls inside. The scrolls appear to be... I'm sorry, one scroll inside. The scroll appears to be crafted of pounded gold, like flattened gold foil, basically, gold leaf, and emblazoned upon it, hammered in the most precise possible way, is the spell True Resurrection.
Ooh.
Oh, we can resurrect Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Well, it's more complicated than that. His soul's being restrained.
Okay, we have 3 clerics. If we all get off a channel divinity at the same time, we might be able to get this through.
Might be able to. We also have 2
We can't
paladins.
revive him unless we free his soul.
However,
clerics are ritual casters, do either of you have detect magic prepared, or do you need that for ritual casting? Because we could use detect magic for finding the
Finding
if
the
it's
party?
here. The phylactery, the lich's phylactery.
Simasakalum.
Why would he leave the phylactery here? That's the
'Cause-
dumbest place to hide it. Where you are?
Where
Okay,
he
so it's
is
here.
to protect it.
I don't know. Feels like the kind of thing you go
I don't
bury
know
out in the
either.
woods somewhere.
Is it not here though? That's the question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I mean, do you look around for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get the hunt on.
I mean, we got 3 clerics, 2 paladins.
Yeah, where are you looking? And how are you looking?
I'm gonna start with a divine sense of the most holy chambers.
Okay. Yeah,
Got like a few days to do it too.
I don't know why the phylactery would show up on Divine Sense, but it doesn't. You don't seem to find it anywhere.
Maybe
I'm
it's a
gonna take
desecrated
all
item.
those desecrated relics and place them within the rust golem, so they can't cause any trouble.
Wait, you're gonna do what with it? Oh, you're gonna
I'm gonna
just
place
stick
the
around them?
desecrated relics in the
Team
room
magic.
inside the rust
Gotcha.
golem, so they can't be used by any
So
nefarious.
the rust golem just kind of like sitting on the ground in the middle of the room, surrounded by these like former relics.
Yeah,
I
because
dig
they're
it.
desecrated, it doesn't mean they're robbed of their power.
Yeah, I mean that's true. If for what power they may have, some of them are just like a symbol of some ancient powerful devotee, right, to a god or a deity. Others may actually have power, but they're all very much corrupted here. In fact, that room was probably the only room in the entire academy area that actually was desecrated, which you find out with your divine senses and whatnot. What do you do with all the piglet bodies? Do you just kind of just
Have a
leave them?
barbecue.
Oh
We'll
god.
bury the bodies and I
mean, that's
think I'm gonna
perfectly
take
good
this little
point.
guy
What
with
are you talking about?
Yeah.
take him back to the
how's-
moon base with
how's
us.
he doing?
He probably needs some therapy after all.
Yeah,
You
he
could
is
probably feed them to the pigs. I mean, they'll eat anything. They
Boy.
won't know. They won't know.
As you you scour the place, you search the most holy areas you can in search of the phylactery, but search as you might, you don't seem to find it just lying around anywhere.
Fitting in with DnDTime's PG-13 rating of light cannibal.
Yeah, light cannibalism. And so, as you all scour the academy grounds, you pass
Can
the
you perchance find the library?
I think you do. It's in terrible disrepair. There's like water damage. Part of the ceiling's collapsed in on it. But I think that's something that it can probably be parsed from there. And that's something that Roger can probably investigate for you guys so that we don't have to spend an hour in session with you guys searching the library.
Fantastic.
I know it's everyone's favorite. Let the NPC do it off screen. But as you're looking around the campus, the ruins of the academy campus, old Isolda is outside with the hogs. She's beating out a blanket. She looks over. Welcome back.
Could I toss the lich's head at my feet?
The lich just melted into a puddle of slime.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. However, you have 3 other mind flayer heads if you want them.
Sure.
Yeah, you just huck I imagine they're tied together by the tentacles.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm out of the job then. Come on,
We're-
little piglets.
We're hiring if you're looking for employment.
Do you need intelligent pigs?
Always.
She kind of continues to beat out the blanket. Well, I'll be right here.
Well,
then.
you said you used to be a potions master.
A long time ago.
Perhaps we'll use
Your
you
pigs
as.
to make potions.
We'll use you
I'm
as
a wee bit of an
resource.
alchemist myself. I wouldn't mind learning a thing or two of.
She kind of gives you a crooked smile. I suppose we could see about that.
Potion seller. I need
Excellent.
only your
My
strongest
potions are too
potions.
powerful for you, feeble adventurers.
Potion seller, I'm going to battle. I need your strongest potions.
But with that, this little adventure, or big adventure, comes to its end. You have defeated the Illithid menace which had taken over the academy here. You have recovered a very, very, very powerful scroll. You have recruited, ? Old Isolde, the hag who raises intelligent piglets to be eaten by mind flayers. And more importantly, you're all alive.
And we got a little mascot.
Yeah, a pig.
Did he have a name, by the way?
The character sheet for him is... Where is he? Lil Hog.
Little Hog, okay.
His name's Lil Hog.
So
I
do
need
we
to...
call you Lil?
Oh, no,
We just gotta tell you, Chonkus, not to eat him.
No, we're gonna name him because we adopted him. He's gonna be Hamtaro.
He does a cute little run around on the ground, and as he just runs around all adorably in circles because he's just a dumb little pig, that is where we fade out on this adventure. Congratulations, guys. You have succeeded. You earn nothing.
For the friends we made along the way.
But the friends you made along the way, you earn no experience, which is weird for this. But yeah, nice job. Thank you all for playing. And thank you everyone who's still here at this insane hour. Both you guys as players, bless you all, thank you so much for tolerating that very long game. And for everyone hanging out in the chat, especially, and actually, Peter, are you here? I see you on the thing. You appear to be here visually, but maybe... No, Peter's not here. We lost to Pete, I think. All right, yeah, Pete's dead. We lost Pete. All right, we gotta turn off the Pete webcam because Pete is just like frozen in place on my screen. But yes, thank you to Shade Mage for the follow. Thank you for Maddie Morris with a rating party of 22 folks an hour ago. Normally at the end of Maddie's streams, you only get to catch the last like 2 minutes of our games. You got a whole hour this time. Thank you, Bo Jiggly, for the follow. I'm glad that what we were showing here was, worth the follow. I appreciate that. Drizkill, I'm sorry, no one licks a slime, but they should have. Thank you, Comma Insider, for the follow. Thank you, Fraynor, subscribing for 25 months. It's a long time. With the comment, well, but. Thank you, Boba Fat 01, for both the 100-bit cheer and the follow. Thank you. Thank you, Sup It's a Bean, for the follow. And thank you, Mr. Pionderlut, for 25 months. Oh, man. And oh, man, indeed. That's the perfect answer. And they keep coming. Thank you, Drizkill, for the follow. I'm glad that we were entertaining for you guys. But what happens when you lick the slime, Drizkill? I think it is viscous and surprisingly not very flavorful, despite the fact that it came off an undead mind flayer. It doesn't hurt you at all. You just lick the slime. You feel like a little. You can't get the little the bland out of your mouth for the next week. Anyway, thank you guys for playing. I know you're all still here. Thank you for being quiet and letting me do the quick end of stream chatter. I'm going to quickly pull the raffle. Raffle, something we do here every Friday at Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. But Jiggly, thank you for the bits. You caught the session, but you loved it. I'm glad you liked it, my dude. You should come and play with us. All you got to do is sign up on our website, dndtime.stream, and you have a chance to come play with us. You can also join our Discord. You can find the links on the website. But yeah, come play some D&D with me. All right, I'm going to close the giveaway, and the winner this week is kabam, Raventail Black Talon. Congratulations! You're going to get 300 Bartholomew bucks for Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. Sorry, Death Angel Shadow, we just closed him. Just closed him. I apologize. But with that, I think we're done. Catch us on Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, for a one-shot with a fairy tale theme. It should be a lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for it. It's going to be run by fellow player Farfel13 in the chat, who plays Uchonkus. Wasn't in this game, wasn't in the games this evening, but he's always around. And yeah, I'm very excited. So thank you all. We love you guys. I'm Jeremy, and Pete must have lost internet. And this is Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. Good night, everyone.
Hey there, folks. Do you know what time it is?
Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. Pete and Jeremy's D&D. Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. Pete and Jeremy's D&D.
Pete and Jeremy, you know we're gonna have some fun playing when we are away Dungeons and Dragons. Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. When we are away Dungeons and Dragons.
Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. Come and have some fun, play D&D. Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. Come play some D&D with me. Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. So many fun things to do. Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. This is our invitation to you.